what I'm about to see. I have yet to see this, right?
I have faith in GH. GH is a god. I mean, his literal nickname is GH God. You can't have a nickname like that without being a god.
I'm seeing him getting tipped, and his nickname is GH. There's no god in there.
Everyone knows his nickname. He's not going to call himself.
You know?
Well, I guess I'm not a friend then.
This is how you find out.
Saberlight.
Love the sticker.
That's good stuff.
They make sure to put this every game as well, Liquid. Or I'm assuming it was Liquid that put it.
Yeah, you never know.
It's a fitting sticker for Saberlight. He is a polarizing player. He has pop-off games and he has snooze games. This is like the duality of Saberlight. This sticker is like shrug.
Let's not overuse that term, please.
Which one?
That's for Kiyotaka.
Which one?
Huh?
Which term?
Duality of man.
Oh, did I say that?
Yes.
I don't think that's what I said at all.
You said duality of something, and I just blocked out the rest, so probably man.
Okay. Let's...
As the bounty runes are going to be upon us very shortly, Insania. Smoke pops here. Omar is spotted. Sumail still in the cover of the shadows.
GH.
And Saberlight and company, yeah, they're going to try a little snipe here on the opposing bounty rune. Ghost will be able to grab it, though. Gets disposed. Will instantly use refraction, though. Now Boxy in a bit of trouble. Getting blocked by GH. Blood grenade applied. As GH, he's going to get the blinding light onto 2. Saberlight into the low ground as a result. And Boxy, the innate's going to pop at 1 point. Question is, who's going to get first blood here? There it goes. Disposed back. GH is going to die second. But Boxy falls to Ghost as the first blood, so NGX getting off to a very good start here.
Yeah. The Wolves arrive after this 30-second fight. Randomly 2 Wolves coming from the bottom lane to help. I don't know what's going on there.
Better late than never.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, nice head start here for Ghost. Of course, getting first blood on your TA in what is potentially a dangerous lane, but Blinding Light really is a nice X factor to have in this one. Yeah, Saberlight cannot win this trade just yet. Marcy needs those levels. He's actually in
Is he actually going to die here? Ooh, actually pops the stick, stays alive. Ghost takes a bit of a punishment there from Boxy, despite having that low attack range.
In the mid lane, Sumail on Nisha. 2 of the greatest to ever do it at different times.
Yeah, very true.
But Sumail, honestly, he's still got that dog in him. His mid laning mechanics, I feel like, never left him. Like, he still is hanging up there with the absolute best, in my opinion, in lane. Part of the reason Sumail has yet to win championships for a while is that Nigma Galaxy's overall, like, later game portion, I think Sumail is sometimes not exactly doing the ideal things later in the game like he used to necessarily, but it's also so complex. It's more like a team dynamic thing, but in the lane, he always holds his own.
He's in a lot of trouble, trying to run away. Falls as Boxy will continue to survive. Gets the Hex now onto GH. And Saberlight and company going to be pretty happy with that exchange.
That's the level 2 power spike from Marcy lanes.
There's Omar trying to run away, but slowed to a crawl. Another enchant comes out, trying to deny himself, but Insania claims it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's one of the benefits of Saberlight having, what is that thing called? The special delivery.
Yep.
He was very low on HP and then instantly got a salve. It's pretty nice to have.
Yes, sir. He's got boots coming as well. Looks like it, right? Yep. Okay. Opting for the boots rather than getting a faster helm. Interesting. I thought possibly he would go the helm route this time around.
Maybe he's not a helm enjoyer in general. We'll see.
No, he's going. He's got it in his quick bite.
Okay.
You're not playing Marcy without this as a core. I just refuse to believe it. It's just too good. Ghost again on the receiving end. Nice blinding light though, and rebound. No connection available for Marcy. Yeah, mid lane a wash. Not too surprising. Puck versus Void Spirit early on tends to go this way, at least close to. The bottom lane looking very good at the time for Liquid, obviously with the kill onto Tiny. He did manage to break the equilibrium though for his death. He managed to stack 5 creeps, and that in turn has given Noob something to work with. They do need to pull waves down here that lane.
Dispose onto the old man, the coddle that is not GH, although in this case they are both one and the same. Not much damage done in the end though, as Saberlight now has to retreat.
Interesting. GH going for the Illuminate over the Chakra Point. I thought he was going to get Chakra Magic here to keep the refractions running and give himself Blinding Light with higher frequency.
He might have leveled that just to... Well, maybe not, actually. To cancel that salve. Did not do so in the end. Saberlight. Blinding Lit. Rebound is very short.
Grenade, he's dead.
But Dispose, Blood Grenade helps him get back into action, and Saberlight takes out GH easily.
Yeah, good thing for Saberlight, he had the boots. Otherwise, that's actually not a kill. He was going the Helm first.
That's true.
Needed it there. TP support.
Yes, indeed. Boxy going to go to the north. They split. And Boxy now is likely to fall. Foul play will activate, and Omar will get credit for this one.
Yeah.
Now we're seeing the Enchantress versus Lycan. Talked about this in the Chen game earlier.
Yeah.
One of the classic counters to any summons heroes.
Noob is still not doing all that bad, though. 16 for 6 in this lane, I think, is honestly completely fine. He is level 3, so he can start thinking about jungling, especially when you have Helm of Iron Will. You can tank way easier with your hero, and the wolves can stay alive and do damage. So he's in an okay spot, and I think this is the right call to make. Like, just go jungle at this point. Let Omar look for trouble in other areas of the map. Try to help top, as we just saw. Maybe you think about mid with Coil.
Yeah, 3 members of NGX here. As Ghost gets disposed. Blinding Light, though, into an Illuminate. And a nice Avalanche. As rebound is enough, actually. Saberlight finding huge amount of distance. Last right click, though, is there from GH. Nicely done from the Caudle. As Insania shows up now, but a little bit too late, unfortunately, for the Liquid side.
Yeah, and forcing Insania to rotate up here in turn will give Noob some nice space bottom in his tower to get some farm. So far, a very even affair, which is kind of what we were expecting. At least, me personally, from the draft, I didn't think either team was going to pull ahead massively early on. The wild card for me was to see this Caudle in action, and now I've seen it.
Yeah, Pinecone continue to chase Omar's. The 6-minute rune is about to spawn. Sumail has a slight advantage in the CS and the levels as well.
Sumail with an interesting ward here. It sees the rune and nothing else.
And unfortunately for him, he will not be able to grab it. So Nisha with a damage rune and now has the Astral Step at the ready.
It is a really interesting ward, though, the one at the mid tower, right? It's like... Oh, hang on.
Got the Avalanche into the toss. Illuminate does clip him on the side, and the Coil expended from Sumail to make sure that Insania drops.
It's a nice kill. Sure, it's only the 5, but Insania is playing in a very offensive position, so he's putting a lot of pressure on the map, getting him out of there. We'll make things calm down a little bit. Boxy, on the other side...
He finds a little Omar action. Nice Avalanche timing, actually. Cancels the Shackle, but the death still comes.
Yeah. Amp damage rune. Too easy for Nishi. Close enough.
And the Wisdom Shrines are...
This is the bigger story, though.
Saberlight.
Liquid getting both.
Yeah, Blinding Light. Oh, the timing, though. Not quite there. So Nisha and Saberlight both grab opposing shrines, and Saberlight takes out GH in turn.
This is the biggest play of the game so far, because now we're going to get a faster 6 on Shaman than the enemy supports. You're going to get a faster threat from Ench as well. Getting levels on this hero is... She doesn't necessarily have the most game-changing ulti, but having more levels in Enchant is really, really nice to keep the pressure up.
Was the Blinding Light not far enough, or was just the timing slightly off?
I think it wasn't far enough.
It was close. This Ghost now level 7, and going for the Dragon Lance first, it seems.
Pretty standard here.
As GH getting hounded by Saberlight, but not sure Saberlight wants to commit to try to find him.
Yeah, now that Saberlight cracks level 6, he unlocks Fleeting Fury. This is one of those facets in the game that does nothing until you hit ult.
True.
Now that he has it, Rebound gives a free 3 attacks, and it extends the duration of Unleash, which is crazy. So whenever you jump and you unlock those 3...
This is a big potential kill. Shackle into the damage.
They got him.
Aether Remnant solidifies it. Nisha takes out Sumail. Big kill for Liquid. You were saying?
I was saying whenever you rebound on Marcy and get the fleeting Fury attacks, it extends the duration of your ulti. So her current ulti duration is 16 seconds. I think every rebound cast increases it by 3.
By 3?
Yeah, because you get 3 seconds ulti duration increased. It says on it, right?
Yeah. I didn't think it was 3 seconds.
It's pretty crazy, yeah. And the cooldown on rebound is 12 seconds on level 4, so you can technically do it twice while you have ult running.
Sania will drop to Noob.
Yeah, he doesn't have his ult yet. He's 1 creep away, 10 experience before he would have had Untouchable and probably lived there. For now, he is food for the wolf.
Yeah, definitely good against Lycan.
It's a pretty good, it's a very good representation of wolf versus doe. But of course, it's about to shift.
Yes, as we're used to seeing in real life, of course.
Yep. You go hunting a lot?
At Chipotle.
Yeah. All right. What's your best trophy?
Just a lot of steak.
All the steak antlers, yes, those are. You have steak hanging on the wall at home.
Those wild cows, they're hard to take out, you know.
Oh man.
No,
Coil?
Coil expended from Sumail. Omar in the area as well. Gets the toss up. And did not, I don't think it actually went off in time. Dissimulate's going to dodge the avalanche as well as Nisha astral steps, and he's going to be rewarded with not only his life, but an arcane rune as well.
Very, very welcome for him. Could put it to use to perhaps think about opening another tower. This mid tower, Ench wants to make that rotation anyway. Now you know you have this power rune to play around with. You know, Coil is down. It is a pretty good timing, but you gotta act fast before next Coil comes up. Although Saberlight has other
trap from
other
Ghost.
plans.
Eliminate coming from GH. He might have to sacrifice his life for Ghost to live, but the rebound hits from Saberlight. Going to try to go for both heroes. Dispose as well. Attempted TP, blinding light. Enough.
Wait, none of them died?
And GH, he's getting hounded by the wolf now.
Surely.
Yeah, it's going to be an eventuality, so Saberlight will get at least the one.
They made him work for it, though.
Absolutely.
That took a long time.
Ghost living is a pretty big deal for NGX. I know there's 3 members of Liquid chasing him.
Yeah. NGX still yet to barely deal damage to towers. This is a little bit worrisome, of course. You're running this Lycan. You want to think about knocking down some real estate and getting space on the map for your TA to farm, but the aggression coming out constantly here from Liquid has made it difficult to really make a move of their own down bottom. And to be fair, their support duo isn't exactly the best for it, right? Caudle level 5 and the Tiny. And of course, this is just what happens when you lose both Wisdoms, right? You're just out-leveled. Kind of have to play defense for a bit. Caudle good at that at the very least.
Nisha, Aether Remnant, but Sumail bottles the Invis rune as Noob coming in with the Shapeshift. They use the coil as well onto Nisha, and a nice snap coming out as GH with the blinding light, but Nisha able to get the Astral Step under the high ground, attempted TP, but at the last moment, Sumail drops him to the deck.
Wow, if you would have made that out, that would have been insane.
And Ghost in the meantime getting disposed as Saberlight. This would be an enormous kill for him. Melt Strike from Ghost, but the Unleash comes out, refraction at the last moment. Rebound to try to get right through him. Reinforcements arriving in the form of Boxy. Gets the Shackle, and the right clicks are coming. The silence coming out. Ghost finding the distance. It's going to be close. Possible refraction again. Going for the Melt Strike. Very greedy indeed. Another rebound. This time it's going to miss, though, as Sumail coming in to help out his comrade as NGX get 2 kills. Maybe even a third coming out. They'll all get away here as Omar living on just a sliver of HP.
Oh, they destroy the Serpent War. It's like half a hero.
At 300 gold.
Yeah.
My God.
That was really clutch from the side of NGX. It's probably going to cost them their mid tower. This is you can't win all the battles the way Liquid are playing right now. That one is the big one. Making sure to keep Ghost alive once more. Nice amount of bank made from Sumail. Now has this Witchblade and half of a blink. And a lot of the time against Marcy, it's about outlasting this early insane power spike that the hero has and at least slowing the game down. Because sometimes Marcy can just completely run away with it with the items that you have when you have this Dominator up and you have this good match against TA. That defense, GH coming to the rescue at the right time, as well as Sumail.
Do you think Sumail is going to itemize towards this eventual Ags on Nisha? The Witchblade's going to go for Blink next. Nisha's halfway, a little bit more than that, towards the Ags.
Yeah, I think you buy BKB this game on Puck.
Yeah, we did see that
after Blink, because there's added value. It's not just against the Resonant Pulse, you're also getting against Shaman and Sven. So I think, well, Sven less so. That one you should be able to phase shift at this level, but...
Sumail, Aether Remnant's going to find him into the Stormhammer, gets destroyed. That's a killing spree. Yeah, well worth it for Liquid. Sumail was off to such a good start.
Yeah. Yeah, the BKB we saw on Puck yesterday was Extreme Gaming, right? I think it was XM who went third or second item BKB on the Puck against... I'm forgetting now, but it was against Void Spirit primarily in that game. I do remember that much. Yeah, just the thing is, knowing Sumail, I'm not sure he's going to do it. It's one of the things I've criticized him for this year is there were a couple of games he played where his itemization felt very overly offensive sometimes. Would love to see it in his quick buy after the dagger. If he does go an offensive route, he puts a lot of pressure on himself to play like a pristine game, because out of position once, you're just dead to this.
Yeah.
Void Spirit Silence, Shaman. I think it's too hard.
Wow, Insania is going to dodge a potential death here. And he's super fast in the river here.
Both Ench and Chen love buying those drums.
Only a 1k lead for Liquid.
There's some pretty strong pressure. This demands a TP response.
Absolutely.
Gonna take over a Wolf.
Still a considerable amount of damage to this Tier 2 bot. Of course, NGX losing their entire Tier 2 top prior to this. Yeah, I have to say, like, I'm interested to see how this Solar Bind ends up benefiting side of NGX. It feels like the recall has been kind of the standard for Coddles. I mean, just the ability to get several members of your team globally brought to you is kind of crazy.
So far, the Blinding Light has been very good, though.
Yeah.
It had massive impact in this top lane.
Saniac.
He can't reach. He's too fast.
Indeed.
485 when the drums are popped. He also has the Cobalt Cup.
Yeah, true.
And there's the biggest item pickup of the game. Nisha is going to grab himself that Ag Scepter. So lots of kill potential on the Puck. Coddle is also in danger now. Literally, actually, just will reveal it. Find out the hard way.
Indeed. 3k lead now for Liquid. Okay, so let's see if the itemization shifts at all. Well, I guess Blink Dagger... Damn, Sumail is actually farming so well. Already has the Blink Dagger and 500 gold to boot. Has the Shield Rune still in the bottle. As Mickey and company, they want to go for Roche really early.
This is a good play. I think this is not very obvious to Nigma Galaxy that this is happening, and if they were to contest, you're fighting into God Strength Sven plus the Shaman Ward. You can see Mickey holding the ult the entire time. He wants to have it if the fight breaks out.
Yep.
Doesn't need it.
Rasta Ward not quite as good as it used to be against Roche, but still does the job. Nisha grabs the Aegis.
Give it to Nisha, interesting. Okay.
He'll be a little bit more active, and
yeah.
Probably every Aegis after this, if Liquid secures it, will end up going to the Sven. Although it is a transformation hero, so
I guess
you could make the argument.
I suppose having it on Void Spirit is also extremely safe, because how on earth do you kill him twice, right? You kind of have to coil him for the first kill, and the second one's just borderline impossible. So he should be getting good value out of it. If it turns into a fight, he will be able to not die back to back. And if nothing else, if they're just using this to farm, I also think that's okay.
Just walk by each other. Yep, just passing through here.
It's not worth the effort, man. These creeps are so tanky. Can't be bothered.
Well, Noob now on the north side of the map. Maybe trying to get a little bit of map control before the Tormentor spawns in a couple minutes.
Omar is really far from Blink. Whoa, hang on. He bought Pavis first.
Pavis? Against the Marcy, against the Sven?
I mean, I get it. It is a really good item, this game, but I feel like perhaps they need that secondary blink aside from Puck.
Omar is spotted and brought down by Nisha.
Tried to cut the wave. Not going to happen.
Now Liquid trying to secure this side of the map. See if they can get both Roche and the Tormentor. Still NGX keeping this very close in terms of the net worth.
Yeah, I think
that's the joys of
it's
having
fine.
a Coddle that can just do this. That's a support that can just farm.
Yeah.
And then obviously Lycan doing the exact same thing. The map's so big, there's a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, I assume GH will go for the Ags after Glimmer. I do like the Glimmer pickup a lot, though, because it puts more pressure on Marcy. She does have dusts right now, but slot issues are going to come out, and you're also giving a lot of protection against Void Spirit's Burst, as almost all his damage is magical when he jumps in for the full volley. So, I think it's solid. Can't really fault GH for going for both the defensive single target items here. Seeing the secondary Solar now come out, picked up by Insania. The only odd one out is this Pavis on Tiny. I don't really know what to make of it, because you get a lot of mana with it, which is nice, so you can cast your spells more, but you already have Soul Ring and Coddle. So, like, was that necessary? The buff this item received to make the mana cost from 100 to 60 absolutely helps a big deal for heroes like Tiny to buy it, but yeah. We'll see.
Time will tell.
Yep. That's what Dota's like, Shannon. Sometimes you just gotta wait for the good stuff.
By the way, Noob has continued to hold on to the Sister's Shroud.
Yep.
On a core?
It's godlike against Sven.
Yeah, I guess so. As we're gonna see the Stormhammer from Sven, pops the God Strength as well, applying to Ghost, finally rips through it, but the Avalanche keeping them at bay. Nisha closes the gap, don't make it with a BKB, and the right click suffice. Ghost dies, and GH, well, like it's only a matter of time before they catch up to you, young man. So 2 kills for Saberlight.
Decisive attack there from Mick. He burns through the refraction in 10 seconds. Nice for Sven, of course. The matchup's just bad, but he set it up, and that's all that mattered there.
Noob into shapeshift. He's gonna get hexed. Turns from a wolf into a chicken, and now the full shackle. Box is getting really low. Mickey, yeah, Sister Shroud is doing some work there. And Noob should be able to walk away safely. Boxy getting hounded by wolves and golems, but his Serpent Ward and Mickey are there to oversee his safety. So in the end, after all of that, it was the kill onto Ghost, which is obviously still a big one for Liquid to take.
I'm really surprised this is only a 2K lead. I feel like with the amount of map that Liquid have had and the way they've played, I would have expected them to have like 4 or 5, so... Nigma Galaxy doing a good job at finding efficiency around the map, while I would argue playing from behind. Now this one's obviously going to cost. It's the Shard, will be picked up by Boxy. I assume Liquid would have rather had the Sproink.
Who wouldn't?
Not sure what that means.
That's right, Cinderin. You wouldn't.
Oh, you wouldn't. I thought you said who wouldn't.
I did.
Okay. Well, now it makes about as much sense as the first time.
Yeah, Sumail continuing to go with the aggressive build, by the way. He has not found himself silenced yet by the Void Spirit.
Oh, all right. If he can get away with Octarine and then get a defensive item, sure. It's
What if he never goes defensive, Cinder?
I'll say this: if you're not buying BKB here and you're going Octarine instead, it's telling me that Nigma Galaxy are not looking to fight, right? Like if you're buying this, you're buying it largely to just have more efficiency and just farming around the map, and then getting the defensive item next, and that's your timing. Because I think entering a fight now as Puck is extremely dangerous. You do have the Pavis to count on plus Solar and Glimmer, so maybe if your supports are nearby, you can get away with it. But being able to cover yourself and use those defensive items on, say, Ghost, I think is just really valuable. But until the fight happens, BKB is useless if you're not fighting, right? Then you might as well spend your gold on something else. So as long as they avoid said fight.
Well, the bash comes out into the dispose. Centaur Stomp's gonna miss.
Yes, blink.
And he will blink to safety. Pretty close call. Getting away with it, though.
Did Saberlight not get a bash there?
Oh, he got a bash
He
instantly.
got the bash too early,
Yes.
I guess. Oh,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate. He also didn't pop on leash, but maybe he used the 3 fleeting Fury attacks, and then I think he wouldn't have got to hit again anyway.
How often do we see Ags on Marcy?
Somewhat frequently, I think. I mean, we haven't had that many games yet with Marcy. She's banned a lot.
Okay, finds a tiny. Nisha comes in with the Astral Step. Ghost is going to have to leave Omar behind. Saberlight on the cliff here. Pulling a little Arteezy action.
Pretty small loss there. Just getting the tiny, and he already has the dagger, so Omar has managed to farm that relatively quickly after buying the Pavis.
Okay, we'll spot Ghost, and he'll right-click a couple times, but with that God Strength running out anyway, won't be able to do too much. Has the Harpoon, Blink, a lot of mobility with BKB. Has a Serpent Ward placed for this Tier 2 tower. Does NGX come in force? Ghost going to start to work on the Serpent Ward. Takes out the Centaur pretty instantly as the Golem continue to chase. They can tell that the Shapeshift has been popped by Noob. Gets off the Howl with the AC newly picked up.
Oh, they didn't trap Marcy. That might have forced a BKB, actually. There was a trap in the river.
Right. Meanwhile, they will find one in the form of the Rasta. Turns into several chickens now thanks to that shard, but they find the correct one. NGX, still, it's only sub 3K deficit.
I mean, this is anyone's game. Sure, you could give Liquid a little bit of an edge, but I don't think this is a... You know, going into the series, we said these two teams were probably going to be close, like 55-45, 60-40. This individual game feels the same. Absolutely within the realm of possibility here for Nigma Galaxy, and I don't want to count out late game Coddle either. I think this is a hero we've seen so little this tournament that people might forget just how much of a beast this guy is when you get multiple items later on.
Yeah, that's true.
And GH will get there.
Find the opening right now. Mickey with the War Cry and the God Strength. They need to find something with this big ult usage. Coil onto 2 heroes. Omar still finding the distance. Eventually Saberlight gets the rebound, trying to find some more. They get the tiny, and GH looks like he's going to be able to walk away.
Oh, they didn't trap again.
And Glimmer to the side. Mickey continuing to hunt. Will they guess correctly? Onto the high ground, Sumail waiting.
God Strength running out now.
And Mickey just getting kited to a high degree as Noob runs right into him. He's like, okay, I'm ready to fight actually. Sumail with the Waning Rift. Apply a lot of damage to this Enchantress, so Insania gets melted, and now Noob and company on the offensive. That's a damage rune, though, on Nisha. You have to be a bit careful if you're the NGX
this is a
side.
big one.
They get the big kill onto Mickey, though, as Sumail tears them apart. Goes disposed, refraction up, does get melted through by Saberlight and company. A big illuminate from GH as Noob going to continue the pressure, though. BKB now gone. Saberlight destroyed as Nisha left to his own devices, getting melted as well. Gets off one more dissimulate, but drops shortly after to Noob's right click. Coil cancels the teleportation from Rasta, and that is going to be a full team wipe for NGX. Beautifully played. Triple kill from Noob, and they can go for Roche.
Sumail's a genius for not buying BKB. That Octarine. He did so much work in that fight, though. He might have even been chakred in between, but he and Noob just carried the crap out of that. 7,000 hero damage on the Lycan. That's what Lycan can do when he's not accounted for. They put all of their focus onto the TA, understandably so. You're going to see the replay here. Obviously, this is after Ench is dead. Ghost, has, by the way, had a nice little detail there. He killed the Ench by attacking his side trap. Because obviously hitting Ench, you get really, really slowed, so just hit your trap and splash instead. But yeah, look at Noob. He's just...
Yeah, but this all started with GH juking them hardcore, wasting so much time, and by the time that they were ready to fight, the God Strength was already over. And at that point, Liquid just in way too deep. GH gonna get rebounded on, though. We will get some...
Not getting out of this one.
...level of revenge here.
But that's an
was
Aegis
picked up by Sumail.
Yeah, interesting they put it on him instead of the TA. Oh, TA was dead. Never mind. They didn't have the choice.
Well, that's your defensive item you're asking for.
Yeah, now he's not going to buy BKB. Now he can buy Parasma, because he has... Honestly, I'm not really surprised because, like I said, this is how Sumail has been itemizing and playing a lot this year. He's been very much, I think, one of the most offensively itemizing mid laners. And for better or worse, in some games it looks amazing, and in some you're like, why not just buy X, right? So far, so good. He hasn't died since he picked up the Octarine core, so there's been no regrets about not having that BKB that we were talking about. And now you're starting to reach a point now in the puck where you're getting so many levels and a lot of health, so the Void Spirit damage is tapering off now. Void doesn't scale into you in the same fashion that other mid matchups that would be more dangerous would, so perhaps you can bypass BKB even as your next item now that these last 5 minutes went well.
Despite the good start, Nisha has dropped off considerably. He's bottom net worth of the cores right now.
This happens so many Void Spirit games. I don't know. I'm not a big believer in this hero personally right now because it's just some games it looks great, but if you were to like just look at the math for what a percentage of games this happens, I just think the risk is too high at this level. Like too many Void Spirit games this happens. Now, Nisha can bring this back. He's done this kind of thing many times before, but I haven't felt like Void Spirit was irreplaceable with another mid-hero in this game so far.
Yeah, it feels like that's been the case for quite a while. As smoke from both sides, NGX fully covered right now. Mickey into the triangle. He's spotted. Waning Rift to start. And Omar gets off the avalanche as Nisha getting in really deep right now. Saberlight popping the BKB to get the Hex onto Mr. Ghost. Do they have the damage to rip through him? He's going to pop the BKB for himself as well, getting disposed. Ghost gets to the other side, though. There's a haste rune waiting for him. He's going to be able to... No! Sumail just steals it from him. Goes for Saberlight instead, but Ghost is going to live anyway. And now they have the nullifier applied to the Sven. Mickey drops to the deck. That's 3 dead for Liquid. Sumail knew that his friend would be okay. And Insania is going to be the 4th member of Liquid to tumble, as NGX taking decent control of this game now.
Yeah, they push pretty fast too. This mid tower is absolutely a pickup now. Had Lycan been alive, we could be looking at barracks. I think you probably settle for the tier 2 in this position. But still a nice win for them. And yeah, kind of crazy considering, you know, the Aegis is on the puck, so Liquid really want to try to commit everything onto this TA. Couldn't even kill him once. So much protection, really good Force Staff usage coming out from GH. They have the Solar plus the Pavis. It's just so many layers of damage. Maybe this is their way of dealing with Marcy. They're just saying, you guys can have Marcy. We're picking blinds and we're picking Solar Crests and Pavises on our heroes, and we're just tanking through the damage.
Did they not have Fortify at that point?
They actually get wrecked.
This is a full set then.
Wow, I did not think they had enough time for this, but they do.
That's crazy.
Okay.
7K lead for NGX. What a fight. The last 2 fights, in fact, have basically put them way ahead in this game.
One more fight like that, it's over, right?
Indeed.
Like Lycan, if Lycan survives in particular, he has that AC as well as a Black Dragon now. Oh, a lot of armor for the push. Big damage. Yeah, they just have to concede this tower as well.
That's the last remaining tier 2 for Liquid.
Imagine
30 seconds on the Aegis. They probably don't force the issue.
Imagine after 3 rounds of Swiss that Liquid and Tundra are 1 and 2. It is looking increasingly probable. Like, if we think these 2 teams are pretty even going into today and one team wins game 1, they're favorites, right?
Coil from Sumail is going to force the BKB from Saberlight. Now they know he doesn't have it.
Yep.
Shapeshift already used, though, from Noob as they spot Boxy. Look at the D-Wards as Omar with the Avalanche. Boxy super low, nullifier applied. But teammates have arrived. Ghost looking for a couple more right clicks. They want to activate the foul play, but they won't get what they came for. Still, a lot of D-Wards with that. I guess there's a gem now on Liquid. See if they can regain control of their triangle. But yeah, so far so good for NGX.
Game's on a knife's edge here.
I mean, coming into this tournament,
can't really make any mistakes.
Would you say NGX were kind of a question mark?
Yeah.
On what to expect?
Yeah. I think I remember when we did our predictions. I think maybe did one of us have them as our dark horse?
I think maybe.
I think you did.
Yeah,
I think you said you picked Nigma Galaxy as a dark horse for top 8, and I think I picked Na'Vi or something like that.
Yeah,
both things could come true. The way this is looking so far, Nigma are looking good today. Na'Vi were good yesterday. The field is very tight this year. Very, very competitive tournament. Good to see.
Also good to see that there's some response to the Helm of the Dominator purchases.
Yep.
Just buy one yourself.
Sick.
Yeah. That was not a response from ChatGPT. That was a potential way to solve this issue.
Yeah. How do I counter Helm of the Dominator? Buy Helm of the Dominator.
That's right.
Huh? Thanks.
Nisha waiting for an opening, but looks like it's not going to come. As Nullifier is going to be next for him.
Yeah. Trying to get through all this protection, the Force Staff, the Glimmer, the barriers. It's a lot of garbage stopping him from assassinating heroes as he would like. But that's exactly the problem that Void Spirit runs into so often, is that he has a 5-minute span probably, or 10-minute span, where he's really dangerous and he can burst supports. But it feels like with the amount of gold supports get on the map nowadays, they actually itemize and survive the way Void Spirit used to dominate games. Like, I don't feel like I very often see a Void Spirit have one of those like pop-off games with 15 or 20 kills. Those still mainly belong to Storm and Ember. It's no longer a Void Spirit that gets to pull it off now. Big item alert here, Revenant's Brooch in the pocket of Saberlight, so big damage from him next.
Okay.
I mean, they have the damage, right? You've got Marcy with crit, you got Sven with crit, you've got the lockdown, you got some burst from Void Spirit. You need to find the right targets and kill them fast.
Okay, Avalanche. Trying to force this BKB. Ghost getting some nice right-click damage as well. McKay just heals off some creeps. Not going to get baited.
They do get the wisdom, though. What they came for. The one on the right-hand side is available if Nisha fancies his chances, but doesn't seem to even want to check it.
Sumail has Shivas now. There's your defensive item. Kind of.
Yeah, okay, so now that you have Octarine, the Shiva becomes a much more appealing choice compared to the BKB, I would argue, because you actually have enough health now. You got through the part that I thought BKB would be needed for, and you managed without it. So now here's your grand reward. That you can actually perhaps bypass it entirely. I guess you don't want to buy Aeon Disc as an alternative because of the Nullifier on Void Spirit. But again, if they want to kill Sumail's Puck, they have to combine 2 or 3 cores now. Puck gets
it's a big smoke.
Very tanky
Ghost.
later in the game.
Was he spotted? Well, they might not find an opening here, Liquid. Seems that NGX have an idea that this is occurring. Scan comes out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they're still committed to this.
Oh, they have a good high ground placement here, potentially. They have a trap set up as well. If this springs, Nisha will get out of there just in time before the Tiny could have maybe seen him.
Yeah, a lot to deal with. Traps, you got wolves, invisible wolves.
Yep.
You got that creep guy, whatever his name is.
The Ancient Croaker.
The Croaker, man. Why don't I just default to that for every one of these new creeps? Congregations of the Deep.
Third Roshan is up, and Nigma Galaxy obviously know the timing courtesy of TA.
Avatos. There's the Congregations, gets deleted, but might be in turn for Omar. Big Astral Step onto 2. Barrier is actually keeping him alive. Sumail taking a lot of damage. He's already at half HP, but the BKB from Mickey is running out now, along with the God Strength Noob. Gonna try to right-click to his heart's content. Gonna get another Congregation to the Deep with the coil to follow. They're gonna be able to take out Mickey. And Sania and Saberlight get deleted off the face of the earth. Ultra kill for Ghost. Make it a rampage.
Strike!
My
Strike, yo!
goodness.
Give me that replay. They were lining up like that was Ghost went to the bowling alley. I'm just saying, like they literally knocked each other over in a straight line behind him.
Disgusting.
Oh my!
This is they're gonna call GG as Roslyn tries to kill off Sumail. Game 1 goes to NGX.
Holy!
That was disgusting. My goodness.
Ghost did. I think Ghost did more damage than his. Nigma again, right? Okay. So we'll see Liquid level up.
That's fair enough. Yeah, Liquid looking a little lost in that last game, but we've seen them bounce back before.
Sure have.
many a time. These are the defending champions we're talking about, Cinderman.
Liquid rarely do it the easy way. They like playing more games.
True.
So,
More
well, if they like
experience.
playing more games, they got to get to game 3 here. That will give them one more game.
Absolutely.
Smoke on smoke action. GH will be the one to break it. NSO will Insania instantly getting the vision out. And a nice D-ward for the side of Liquid. Boxy getting 100 gold for his
30
troubles.
seconds to battle.
I hope this is a 60-plus minute game, Cinderin.
I think that's highly unlikely given the heroes. Don't you think? Do you think Alk can play this game that long?
But yeah, why not? You gift Ags to people at some point.
Well, sure. I just mean
Infinite scaling.
I think Nigma Galaxy's game plan falls apart before 60 minutes is what I'm saying. I don't know if this is realistically going to go that long.
Oh, disruption. Ghost can be able to pick up the bounty, gets off the concoction, gives GH a little bit of space, but he's going to take considerable amount of damage. Saberlight blocking him. Blood Grenade should seal his fate. First blood to Saberlight on the off lane, undying.
Add insult to injury in this bot lane. It's already going to be hard on paper for the Alchemist. Throw a bit of gold Undying's way. Could maybe buy 2 mangoes if he wanted to, or get a faster soul ring. Omar is a really good hoodwink, by the way. We didn't talk about this in the draft, but I think this is probably, if you ask me, his best hero. So getting his hands on that in this game, be interesting to see if he can pull off some nice combo. He does have some solid setup, right? There's a lot of things that allow you to connect your Bushwhack and ult. You've got slight chains, you've got Arena to hit sharpshooters with, Bane as a setup. The support duo is actually lethal here.
Yep, that's true.
So the saves of Liquid need to be on point.
And in the mid lane, it's going to be Nisha on the puck, his best hero, surely.
Yeah, it's his best.
Has there been a better puck in the history of Dota? I don't know.
He's playing against his second best hero.
Yep, that's true. Sumail on the Ember. As Ghost taking a bit of a beating. And we'll see how long it takes for somebody to die in this lane. Saberlight will continue the pressure, no doubt. All right, what hero do you like in this matchup, Puck versus Ember? You get Flame Guard in this lane.
In the lane itself, I like Ember a bit more. Overall in the game, I think it's double-edged.
Ice Shard's blocking and Ghost.
Oh,
Oh, Concoction is going to have to be self-stunned. That is unfortunate for Ghost. Saberlight gets the kill. He is off to a terrific start.
They do lose the Tombstone, though, so GH gets something the other way. But yeah, that's...
Really good timing on the snowball. They'll have to use Fairy Fire. Nisha going to continue the pressure, though. Bottle will keep him just barely alive. Each hero will get their own water rune now.
Close call there. Now, in the past, what Embers would do in this lane against Puck some time back would be maxing Slight and going Blightstone to just whittle away at the Puck in lane. But I think Puck's ability to regain resources through the new Innate, as well as the overall nerf to the Orb of Corrosion buildup, probably swings this matchup a bit more. I still think Ember is favored, but it's more tolerable for the Puck. And Embers also like going 4-1-4 build with Chain Gang. So
Sumail is doing quite well. 17-2 versus 10-1, so not really that close at the moment. As a result, level advantage for Sumail as well.
I also have to say that I think this season, Sumail has been a better laner than Nisha, so it's not too surprising.
GH, okay, Tombstone is going to go down one way or the other, but Ghost taking so much damage to the tag team. He gets the Tombstone, dies afterwards. Saberlight is on fire right now. He is on a killing spree, 3-0.
What can I say? You asked for this when you picked Alk in this game. Like, you knew you were going against offlane Undying Tusk, and they picked it anyway. It's high risk, man. I was worried for them. Maybe they can get a trade here, though. Ghost coming back.
Oh, he's going for farm. There's no way, and his courier goes down as well. Oh, man, it's a disaster for NGX in this laning stage. Of course, Alk does have a lot of comeback mechanics. The fact that he gets more gold than other heroes, in case you weren't aware of that.
Yeah.
But
he's going to need it.
Start. And, I mean, it gets worse in the fact that you can't Like, if you're losing this lane, you're going to lose control of the Lotus area as well, which a hero like Undying just absolutely thrives on.
Yep.
So we'll see how long they can even stay in this lane. Feels like they, from the NGX side, going to need to switch something up potentially. Of course,
good news for
from Sumail could do wonders once he hits level 6.
That's true, and the good news for Nigma Galaxy is the other two lanes are going well, right? So Ghost is having a horrible time, but Sumail is doing well in mid. We already established that, and Mars again against Void. Most offlaners just like playing against Void because the lane is kind of free to farm in. He's 20 and 9. Mickey yet to get a deny, so
Yeah,
not looking too shabby there for
that is kind of unusual.
the Mars. Sumail going to do the long walk of shame back to base here, getting whittled away at by Nisha over time, but with the early advantage in CS, he should come back and be just fine.
Oh, this is still rough to watch. When you have to block these creeps just to have a chance of getting experience. Like, you forget about the gold for now, because you can't get close. Just leeching XP as GH stuck inside the shards, and now we see the tag team again.
Oh, this time's a bait though.
Oh, it's dodged though at the last moment, but Omar has arrived. A lot of damage being applied. Blood grenade onto 2. Boxy. Looks like he's going to be able to exit. Last right click, not enough for Omar, and now Saberlight turning his sights onto the Hoodwink.
Nice stick
Soul
usage
Rip,
there.
Not enough. As Omar stuck inside the shards. Has the acorn shot at his disposal. Concoction again dodged as Omar does find his way to the grave. And now Ghost is on super low HP. This is tough stuff.
This time they set it up as a bait to get a 2v3 and they still lost it. This time they brought third hero and the third hero dies.
Boxy has dodged, what, 4 spells already?
Yeah, Tusk is just incredibly good against Alk in this kind of lane. It's really, really... At this level, you're just going to pull that off consistently. You're going to dodge these concoctions. It's telegraphed. There's a countdown timer. You know how long Snowball lasts. So it's really hard. And Liquid will take advantage of that in a big way. Now, with the Hoodwink rotation failing, who are they bringing next time? Is it going to be Puck, or are they just going to accept... Because there's 2 ways of playing a game like this. You can try to bring Alchemist into the game by bringing heroes down there, or you triple down on pressuring the other sides, or other lanes of the map to force rotations.
Fortunately for Noob, the spear did not latch to a tree, and this turns into a 1 versus 3 as Boxy makes the rotation, and this is going to be a kill for Mickey. Now, that bottom lane starting to bleed into some of the other lanes as a coil from Nisha onto Omar. And that is enough for yet another kill for Liquid, 6-0.
I sure like to say the duality of Nigma Galaxy here.
Yeah, of course.
Disruption?
Yeah, Insania is going to accompany GH inside this area, but both Boxy and Insania get the Shrines of Wisdom. So Liquid just adding insult to injury as GH falls to Nisha.
This is 2 games in a row now that Liquid get both Shrines at 7 minutes. Last game they ended up losing. This one looking very, very healthy though.
Absolutely. Boxy, this
Good
time
spear.
will get speared to a tree. And this is going to be the first kill for NGX, unless he dodges everything.
Missed 2 Wait, does he have Sister Shroud? No, that was just 2 uphill shots. Tower plus Omar both missed.
Yep.
Simultaneously. A little bit of good RNG. Still dies though.
NGX on the board.
Here comes Saberlight. He's going to start diving Ghost one-on-one, and Ghost has to run away. Because if Undying ever comes close, he'll pop his ult and he'll kill you.
Yeah.
Have fun in the jungle.
Tower is under attack.
He has 34 CS, actually. I wonder how many of those are low value.
Trolls, yeah. As we see the coil. Nightmare save, though, giving some space for Sumail to go back in, potentially. A lot of damage being applied by Nisha. It's not going to be enough for a kill, though. He's up orbiting away.
Tower is under attack.
And this was not even for a rune, so unusual timing from both sides. Now some pressure to that tier 1 tower is NGX just looking for something to go their way.
This had me thinking, Sleepwalk is actually an interesting counter to Puck, where you coil someone and they run to the edge of the coil and then you nightmare them out of it. And during the invulnerability frames, they can actually break and snap the coil and not take the stun or the damage. It was close to it there. GH, I think, was trying for it on Sumail, but he was a little bit too far from the edge.
Dire's middle tower is under
But
attack.
might come into play later. Keep an eye out for that. Nisha pulling Sumail back. Throw a couple of remnants and refill. Return to mid. He's got his work cut out for him this game. I think this game at this point for the foreseeable future is heavily riding on Sumail's individual performance. After that death top, Mars is still looking fine, but yeah, the Alchemist recovery is still ahead of him. As I say that, he is second on net worth, but
Radiant's bottom tower is
It is an Alk.
it's Alk.
More than I thought he would have.
Yeah,
Still.
they have actually done better than expected, all things considered. So maybe I have to eat my words. Looking at the board is not that bad. How did he recover that much? Even if they have some stacks, that's still
Radiant's
surprising.
tower is under attack.
He was able to get that much his way.
He goes for the Talisman Evasion first
Yeah.
into the eventual Radiance. Have to see what kind of timing that's going to be. It feels like it's going to be maybe regular timing for a regular hero, unless he's given all the space in the world now. GH eventually spotted. This was a long time coming, it feels like. Oh, the TP? He's actually fine.
Heads
No
up.
Walrus punch yet.
Time wasted for the supports of Liquid. And of course, the more time they spend doing other things, the less time they spend contesting Alchemist on the left side of the map. And even if they knew he were there, it's kind of hard to access that without a smoke anyway. It's one of the safest places on the map right now.
Radiant's bottom
That's
tower
right. The
is
old
under
Tormentor
attack.
spot. We all miss it.
Yeah,
Now
all
that
of you
Tormentor-
missed that.
Now that Tormentor doesn't exist anymore for us lowly players, as you said last game. Very sad.
Try getting good, then it exists again.
Okay.
Maybe people just don't go for Tormentor in Turbo. They don't have time.
Yeah, the game's over by then.
Yeah,
That's the
they're
issue.
busy.
Tormentor needs to spawn at 5 minutes.
They're queuing Turbo because they don't have time for a long game. So as soon as you hit minute 5 and 10, you're just brawling, right?
That's right.
There you go.
Late game Dota. Gotta love it. Nothing better.
Yeah, that 10-minute late game.
Yeah, why not? Criticize so much. You know, a lot of
No.
people play Turbo.
Turbo is a great mode. No joke.
GH stuck inside the shards. Saberlight, he's actually going to pop his ult for this.
Yeah, he needed to, I think.
Really?
Well, otherwise, they have to extend the chase with Boxy. I guess they could have done that, but then there's the risk of a turnaround play. Like, you kind of just want to get that kill and get out of there. It gets awkward if they chase another 5 seconds, so... Omar
Hey.
again, Coil.
Well, comes out from Nisha. This is going to be a support kill onto Omar in all likelihood. Another shard block from Boxy. This S-tier class Tusk play from Boxy, as always.
One of the best to do it on this hero, for sure.
9-1 advantage for Liquid. Only a 1K lead against an Alk, though.
Yeah. But Saberlight's having a... I think Liquid's win rate when Saberlight is top net worth at minute 10 has to be incredibly high.
I mean, I feel like you could say that for any offlane hero.
Shut up.
When the offlane is top with net worth, they have a high percentage of winning. It's crazy.
That was the opposite of shut up.
GH?
Okay. Disruption. Think he's gonna die here?
Yes.
Thank you. 10-1, mid tower, under
Still
siege.
racking up. And really, this is the Alk watch on Radiance. He's 2K into the Sacred Relic.
Yeah.
As the Tier 1 tower pressured down, Saberlight and company will claim it.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And Saberlight himself is obviously going to make his way towards some big items. He's close to Lotus Orb already.
Man, that has been a very common pickup.
It's so good.
Very early.
It's so good on Undying. And in this game, you're against Bane, you're against Searing Chains.
I feel like you have to do something about this if you're NGX. Absolutely cannot
they
give
will.
up your stacks. Disruption
Oh,
comes
that's
out.
a good shot.
Yeah, Sharpshooter hits. This should turn into a kill onto Insania. And Saberlight puts the Tombstone
He's
on
just-
the cliff. He gets speared. They're going to be able to take out the Tombstone as well. Saberlight in a lot of trouble. Remnant comes out. That is the death of the biggest hero in the game. Double kill for Sumail as NGX still trying to defend their Ancients, and Liquid's still around to try to contest. Mickey, Does have the Chronosphere at the ready. Noob's going to be able to get the arena off and the spear onto Mickey. As Saberlight in that Flesh Golem farm Sumail. He's going to get snowballed and coiled. He's in a lot of trouble now. He drops to the deck as Nisha gets credit for that one. And Saberlight and company now will be able to clean up the Ancients.
Yeah.
Started off kind of rough, but there's a sharpshooter coming out. It's enough. So Omar snipes out one.
Nice
Obviously,
kill.
that helped a lot that Saberlight has an innate that gives you another life.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if he doesn't rejoin this fight, this doesn't go this way. And Nisha, with some great backline play, managed to kill the Bane alone, and then he follows up and still has the coil for Sumail. So I was just about to criticize Liquid for making that invasive move without truly committing for it, but yeah, conveniently forgot that Undying has 2 lives, so it works.
Yeah, it looked really good for NGX there for a moment.
Yules for Noob coming up. So the build paths that we've seen on Mars in this tournament, we've seen XXS went Pipe in this slot, and then he went Yules. Omar might do the opposite order or bypass the Pipe entirely and get something else. GH, oh, Nisha, if he gets gripped here.
Searing Chains onto 2. Tombstone is placed. Saberlight doesn't have a second life this time. Is broken right now. It's a sharpshooter doing a lot of burst damage. They have to exit, though.
Sumail dodged the coil.
Resetting, but look at the pressure applied to poor Noob on the Mars. Wrong place, wrong time for him. As Liquid... Again, that looked okay for NGX at first, but Liquid just prevails. Close to the Blink Dagger now for Nisha. Mickey has the Maelstrom on the way into the eventual Mjolnir.
Yeah, Alchemist is 4th on net worth, minute 16.
Yep, that's not good. Does have Radiance, though.
Yep.
16-minute Radiance, that's, like I said, normal timing for a regular hero.
Yeah,
bad timing
exactly.
for Alc.
Yeah, it's very, very slow. They've got a mountain to climb here. The thing for Nigma Galaxy, though, is one well-executed team fight, and there's this awkward moment in the middle of this game where I think Liquid are actually going to maybe struggle with damage a little bit in, say, 5 to 10 minutes. It's when Puck is not quite there yet for the next damage item after Witchblade, and Void is still not fully there after Mjolnir. Like, there's a possibility in that window that Nigma Galaxy with good itemization could take a team fight and win it off of being tanky enough. But if they miss that window, the curve swings up again when the next items come out.
And Noob trying to get a pick off here on the box. He's going to force a rotation, though, from Mickey. Snowball.
Still has that chrono.
Oh, he actually does connect despite the Mars Arena going down. Noob stuck inside his own arena now, outnumbered, and will eventually fall as the grip comes out from the sideline. But GH,
Ghost
you have nobody nearby.
that.
Ghost dies, okay. And GH looks to be next on the list. So double kill for Mickey.
Ghost died to Puck Shadow Demon.
Yeah, this is rough.
Ember seemed nowhere near this, and yeah, you can see the damage breakdown there. Big damage coming out from Nisha at this point. As I was mentioning, it's not right now. It's when the next items come out that becomes a concern, but... Oh, he's self-stunned? Oh, no.
That's not
well,
good.
That would explain it. That'll do. Liquid with a Roche now in a very commanding position.
He has a hard time getting concoction. You have the snowball dodge, which we've seen. You have puck phase shift. You have disruption. Like,
yeah,
not an easy spell to even hit.
It's true.
Oy.
It's understandable, though. He did, well, they last picked the hero, so they knew everything.
That is true.
That was coming. He didn't get counter-picked. They chose it themselves. Liquid now in a good spot, and they've got to feel really comfortable, right? This is when Liquid are at their best, in my opinion, is when they have better late game and Nisha's playing Puck. Like, that's just that is the best Liquid setup for winning.
I thought it was going to be something deeper. But yeah, just pick Puck.
Yeah, well, they first picked it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Nisha, Puck, and good late game, and get there, you're golden. Sumail taking some damage. No commitment, though. He's just trying to poke a TP out of the side of Nigma Galaxy, not biting, though.
Are we ever seeing the other facet on Puck these days?
Pretty rarely.
Curveball was
Curveball
not
is
picked
so good.
until the buff. As they find Sumail, sleight of fist, remnant. Oh, into Saberlight's arm.
Oh,
All
hello.
right. Decay hits. Sumail has a remnant out, but it's not that far.
Oh, now
That's
Nigma
TP.
Galaxy are kind of deep.
Oh, Mickey almost ran into him. Looks like Sumail will live as Boxy survives the sharpshooter.
This is so awkward. They're actually getting away with 0 deaths here on both teams. Wow, that was an insanely deep dive from Liquid, but recognizing that Nigma Galaxy don't really have what it takes to fight them back. And I think a really big difference between this game and the first one has been GH's inability to really set anything up. On the Coddle, he had massive impact. This one on the Bane, 0, 6, and 2. They picked it as an immediate counter pick to the puck. Haven't really got much for their... Haven't got their money's worth for a first pick, I would argue.
No.
Might change now. Mickey.
He has used his
They got him.
getaway. And that's going to be an easy pickoff for GH.
Oh, GH is on the board.
Yep, he needed that one badly.
Got a Ghost Scepter now.
That's a big kill for NGX, but they're going to need a lot more of that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Saberlight won't waste any time as Tormentor will be Liquid's.
Short for Insania, Demonic Cleanse.
That's good
Chains.
for chains and
And Feeble.
yep.
Not skilled though. So, yeah, just pretty much just the chains. Offensive Yule, I guess. But it's never bad to have the utility, and it also heals, right? So even if the cleanse isn't useful, you heal 450. It's a really strong heal when expiring.
Dire's
He's almost done with a blink dagger. Good grief.
Yep.
Radiant's
Still looking very, very healthy for Liquid. In spite of losing Mickey there, it's a little bit of a bump in the road, but game plan is continuing.
Oh, Nisha.
GH trying to be cute here.
To counteract this, GH pays the ultimate price.
I will say he was successfully cute, but he didn't get the shrine.
Well, that's always the case.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
GH.
He's
Go.
trying and he's successful in that. Spear missing.
Yep.
Chain.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Is anyone?
Self-concoct, Boxy.
Oh, there's no. Okay.
They're
All
going to
right.
get one.
Pew.
Not pretty, but NGX will take what they can get at this point.
Yeah. It's something.
You still feel like one good fight for NGX that can get back in this, or are they a little bit too far behind? They need a few, like 2 fights.
I think one is enough, but I mean, it needs to be a pretty convincing one, right? Getting like a 3-for-2 trade is not it. You need to win a little bit more than that, but it's mainly if they can keep this gold lead at around 4K for the next 5 minutes. I do think they hit a timing eventually at some point for a little bit, but it's a narrow window, and you got to play it really clean.
Yeah.
under attack.
GH trying to be annoying here. Unfortunately, he was cute instead. And the tower will fall to the hands of Mickey or his faithful friend, the Centaur Conqueror. Can't tell which one got the last hit. I think it was the Centaur, though.
Really important.
Yep. Gotta give credit to whoever gets it, right? If it wasn't important, why even show it?
That's true. Looks like the Aegis is going to expire for Liquid.
Yeah.
They have pretty significant map control right now.
Nisha going Lincolns against Bane. It's pretty standard. GH will obviously skill a point and Enfeeble to counteract that, but it does make things a little harder. It gives you that moment to react. And
Has been killed.
is there anything else that's good against Concoction? That's pretty much it.
Outworld staff.
Tower is under attack.
Can't use that offensively.
Omar getting chased by Mickey. Looks like he might survive. Yeah, Mickey doesn't want to waste his time.
It's such a nice little nook there for Hoodwink.
Yeah.
That little corner. Alk is top net worth. Ladies and gentlemen.
All right. And he has BKB when the courier is respawning in 2 minutes.
Yeah, he can go back and buy it, though. There's nothing
Oh, I
on the
thought that
courier.
was on the courier. Okay.
It's just all stash, so there it is. This is one of the items I was looking for for Nigma Galaxy to be able to fight. The other one is probably Sumail finishing Kaya Sanj. And then you're looking at a bit of a dead space before you get more damage, right? Like, no, Mars is not suddenly going to show up and deal 50% more. Like, the hero just doesn't.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of pressure on the Ember and Alk to do the output. Yep, that's a shield rune for Ember. It's good. They can still Demonic Purge it, though.
True.
But if that gets used on anyone else, it will be
hunting.
very nice.
Dire's courier has
He
Nobody in the area.
caught a courier,
Okay.
much like you hunting at the steakhouse.
Well, I wouldn't call Chipotle a steakhouse necessarily.
That's true. Well, you did say you hunted steak, though. It's close enough.
Well, they have steak at Chipotle. You know, I know you guys don't have that in Europe, unfortunately.
Yeah, we don't have steak.
BKB online for Mickey, and that means go time for Liquid.
Ags for Saberlight, too. This is a nice level up heading into this fight. He is big, bad, and birdie.
It's funny that one of the most conceptually cool, like watching it, Ags in the game, and it's so simple.
Yep.
Gives you stats.
Yep.
Very cool.
radiant structures are fortified.
Doesn't all have to be all this.
Meanwhile,
Your hero
Brain
does it.
poker when you get agged on each specific facet, completely different skills.
it's Mickey going to be able to take out the tier 2.
I didn't know you were a
relatively.
voice actor for the Goblins in Baldur's Gate 3. That's good to know. GH.
Well, we're not going to worry about that because Omar dies on the other side to Saberlight. GH on the run, Insania. GH is pretty fast, though. Insania, Shadow Poison, not going to hit. Does give some vision, though. He will continue to chase as Nisha.
Lincoln's.
Indeed, Concoction blocked. And now the damage being applied.
Oh,
Tombstone placed as well as Noob pops the Essence Shift. You'll be able to get off the ult at the last moment, and Ghost trying to get something desperately here. Going for the Tombstone, going for some kills. Noob died first, but Boxy follows suit to Sumail. So in this little engagement, it's a 1-for-1. Saberlight shows up, though, with that Flesh Golem as Ghost will just blink away.
That fight.
And is this still a chase?
Yeah,
on
he's
the
dead now, though.
GH? All
That
right.
fight might have gone quite well for Nigma Galaxy if that spirit hit, right? He speared only the Undying, and he speared him away. There were a lot of trees, but managed to score the goal instead. And then the arena came up afterwards. So a little bit of missed execution there for the side of Nigma Galaxy. In spite of everything, the gold lead is not growing for Liquid. But it's also, you're against Alchemist, so arguably every passing minute that it remains 4K, you are winning more, right?
Yes. That is technically true.
Yep. Oh, Mar and GH. They have eyes on Mickey. This would be a big one.
Bushwhack into the grip and Concoction to follow. Huge kill
That
for
is some
NGX. They needed it.
offensive farming. Look at the map layout right now that he is over there completely alone, trying to steal Ancients away from the enemy team. Risky business.
Okay. Was
So
going
it's,
for a potential kill, but looks like he's going to leave the rest of his team behind. Omar drops. Looks like the next support for GH on the list for Nisha. A little bit of miscommunication potentially from NGX as they kind of split the uprights. Ghost just went to the north.
Yeah, this another moment that could have maybe been good for them given the man advantage. No Void in the area, but Ghost blinked to the enemy high ground and exploded on himself. That's not exactly the way you want to set that up, but Liquid once again continue to find a couple of kills here and there. I'm still baffled by the gold not moving more than it is, actually, in these last 10 minutes. It feels like it's hovered between 2 and 4K. Ghost. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Keeping up his stun ratio.
Right.
Saberlight.
Saberlight. Oh, they're going to jump right on top of him. Sharpshooter to follow, but the save from Boxy. Wisdom Shrine does go to Ghost in the end because of the snowball. This is going to be a lot of damage applied to Saberlight. He dies, instantly spawns thanks to the innate. We're going to see a repeat of the last time we saw this. Noob absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, didn't get off arena. Gets
Now Ghost, another concoction. He actually wants to go in. He will. Trying to right-click his way on top with the bushwhack to follow. Lotus is going to be able to reflect on Mickey. Gets off the BKB and now turns his sight onto the Alchemist. Gets off the Chronosphere. That is a dead Minotaur face, whatever that cosmetic is. As Omar going to drop it as well. And now Liquid showing up in full form. Get the tier 2. Will they continue to push?
I don't see why not. 50 seconds on Alchemist. They thought they had more damage than they did, but the Demonic Cleanse obviously can remove the Orchid, and also Mickey has BKB. I think that just wasn't going to happen. It's a costly mistake.
Ghost Scepter. Sumail trying to lead the charge here. It's off a Sleight of Fist. Does dissuade Liquid from going any further, though. Alk not up for another 30 seconds, but Liquid's still going to back away. Potentially Roche time.
For the first time, it feels like this game, the lead is over 5k for either team, despite Alchemist being in it.
Yeah, that is true. Tag team going to help out in this endeavor as Roche will go down. You can see Sumail gonna scan it out.
A bit wild.
In the charge now, trying to go for Anisha. Okay. Gets the Aegis. Sumail, he
got the banner.
He did get the banner. We'll see if that matters in the end here. Sharpshooter going to be dodged thanks to the disruption. A lot of damage applies to Sumail. There's the arena from Noob as Nisha still trying to find his way to Sumail. Another orb comes out. And the Yules now as Noob going to be able to get off the spear. Does take out Insania, but eventually Sumail just goes down to the simple right clicks. Saberlight, no second life this time as Ghost shows up and shows him who's boss. Another concoction going to be... Oh, actually, that was really smart. That was really cool, actually, from Ghost. Blinks into the snowball and gets the stun anyway. Another concoction to follow, and this is going to be another valuable kill for Ghost. So despite not getting the Aegis, NGX showing up and having a pretty good fight.
Yeah, another more or less even trade when all is said and done. Of course, the Aegis still sitting on Liquid is really good news for them, but they lost the banner in the middle of that. It's pretty random. And Sumail just jumps in and picks that up. Hard to see a world where Nigma Galaxy put that to good use in the next 10 minutes.
The fact that you take that away,
you take it away.
Push, that's
nice. That's the big thing, is that the side of Liquid do not have it for their inevitable attempt at breaching the enemy high ground here. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with, for the most part, what Ghost is able to pull off. Like, he's had a couple of self-stuns that weren't great, but remember the start of his laning phase, and then they recovered him quite well, and he's finding small moments of opportunity in what I would argue is a pretty difficult game for him.
Yeah, for sure. Noob spotted out, coiled, will expire.
Yeah. It's going to help Noob a lot to get BKB. He's close to it. I think he was trying to find it on the side of the map there. Nisha is beyond Godling on Puck for the 17th time this year. 12-0-6.
Oh, GH spot at the last moment. Cancel of the TP. And just a matter of time. Mickey claims it.
And all of Liquid are here. They want the second Tormy.
Indeed.
And they will get it. And who will it go to? It is Boxy.
Ice shards.
He has maxed out shards, so they kill a creep wave, basically. It's quite nice.
So Ghost opted for Bloodthorn, and it's going to go for the shard.
Oh, Mickey spotted out by an invisible Alk.
Trying for the concoction play, gets off the Orchid, but Insania is there to cleanse it completely, and Mickey just time walks away.
Ironically, the cleanse has been best against an item we didn't even talk about because it wasn't in consideration at the time. But it's the Orchid that he's mainly using it against. It's very nice against the Bloodthorn.
Yep.
And I think if at all possible, oh, hang on. So, Nisha.
Yeah, Ghost has to pop the BKB in retreat. He's stuck inside the shards, though. They're going to use the arena. And, well, they still see him, though. They get the snowball and the Chronosphere. Mickey not leaving anything to chance. 80 seconds of no Ghost. And now the high ground is ripe for the picking for Liquid. As Nisha getting it pretty deep, takes out GH in turn. Just like that, 2 out of the equation for NGX. And Liquid Buildings shall melt in their presence. One more fortification.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're actually gonna go for 3 lanes at once, potentially. Saberlight just wants to keep the creep wave nearby.
Yep, it's good. Might as well push out this additional wave for later.
Radiant's middle tower.
Helps with the pressure coming in bot later down the line.
Radiant's middle barracks.
Yeah, this is at least 1 lane. I don't know if they go for more. They have 50 seconds on the Aegis and no chrono, but I don't really think there's any risk whatsoever because, once again, Nigma Galaxy's damage right now heavily contingent on the Alchemist being present.
Yeah, but the backdoor protection does kick in.
Sumail did cut the waves, so this is all they'll get. A lane plus a tower is a good prize, though. And yeah, we're reaching the point of the game that I was talking about. It's just Liquid will win these games almost every single time. We're reaching late game. You have Puck on Nisha, and you have Faceless Void. Like, this is starting to look borderline impossible for Nigma Galaxy, and it's not because of the gold amount, because you can obviously recover from 13k deficits, but the look of the lineups, you're also seeing the desperation here. This feels like a Hail Mary. Like, we have to make a move. If this fails, they might just throw in the towel for this one.
Yeah.
Maybe they could get a backstab on Saberlight. Since he TP'd in, he wouldn't be able to re-TP with his innate if it were ready.
That's true. The entirety of Liquid are active
But
here. A
Insta
smoke.
counter smoke.
Be popped. Big slide. Ghost gets the Abyssal, or the Bash. It's Boxy. They get the Ice Shards out. They're going to punch the Alchemist. He's already low HP. Pops the ult, though, and the BKB, trying to turn his sights onto the Undying. Actually grab allies himself as Nisha looking to turn the sight on him now. They are able to kill off the Tombstone eventually. They kill the Void during all of this as well, so 2 big kills. As the Shadow Demon in quite a bit of peril, Insania drops to the deck. Boxley looks to be next. That's 4 dead. This is going to be 5th with the GH still having his ult throughout all of this. A full team wipe for NGX.
What the fuck? They all die
How?
like that. What?
I missed the Void dying.
That's crazy that they pull that out, especially, so the way
Didn't
that
even
all
get Chrono
started.
off.
They don't get Chrono off, but also Ghost, the way he just jumped in and started that fight, you're playing Shadow Demon and Tusk saves and Shard on Undying. There must be a way for them to save each other there, considering, once again, Nigma Galaxy's damage is not burst heavy. It takes time to get these kills. How on earth did they set that up? That's a 12,000 gold swing.
Yes.
Right there. So look at this. So they open on the Void. He gets snowballed.
Okay.
Goes into Ghost. He could just BKB here. He doesn't. He's trading away. Double spear.
Oh, double spear. They're
We
right
couldn't
on top
see
of
him.
each other.
They're stacked.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Clutch find there from Noob. He's had a quiet game here.
Yeah, typically the
That
Shard
is
on Mars, we only
massive.
talk about the damage over time, but the double spear, wow, that's crazy.
And then maybe because they were stacked, so they didn't have Snowball because they already used it. Then they were stacked. Disruption either maybe on cooldown or Insania couldn't click him in time. All right, it's not over yet.
It's not even
It's
game
not
in terms
over
of
yet.
net worth, but you do have an Alchemist on the NGX side, so still Liquid favored, I would assume.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's still a pretty inspirational moment for NGX. They've got to be feeling themselves quite a bit after that. Could pave the way for some more moves, and they finally kill Nisha for the first time this game as well. GH getting his first Fiend's Grip, it seems, all game there. Full duration on the 13 and 0-9 puck. What better target to find?
And Nisha has the Nullifier. Parasma going for the Octarine next.
So Mail off of that fight is going to get level 25 at the same time as Nisha basically now.
Wow.
So these talents are really, really strong. He's running Ags, so he's probably going to take the left talent. There we are. So minus 12 seconds recharge time. Ember is doing so much more damage now.
Ghost. They have their sights set on him. He's going to pop the BKB. Saberlight in the area as well. Cannot fight his way out of it. Insania gets credit for that one. A big kill for Liquid as the rest of NGX on the exit.
If Liquid are lucky here, they can get Roche off of this, but we see the timer. It's pretty long, courtesy of Gabe Newell's sundial here.
That's right, on his yacht.
Yeah, it's modern. You wouldn't understand it. This is actually a clock from the future.
Oh.
And this is about a minute and a half. So Ghost will be back.
So how much more room do we have to grow for Ghost? So he can get Abyssal, he can upgrade the Blink,
yeah.
he can take Radiance apart for a Nullifier.
Yeah.
And then
Gift Axe.
Gift Axe, I guess?
Moon Shard. So he can get another like 40,000 gold probably. 30,000. So he's halfway.
Yeah, Axe for, I mean, you could just do the refund for the Ember, I suppose.
Yeah.
I think we're still, I mean, at what point do you prioritize that over an additional item? Or is there a point?
I don't think there is one in this game. I think you're looking after yourself the whole way. And when you have nothing better to do, you gift Axe.
I see.
Because there's also, what good Axe can you gift? The Bane one would be interesting, to be fair. But the hard saves make it difficult even with Axe, though. Disruption and Snowball.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a melee Rax, although Fortification comes out. Alchemist up in 10 seconds. Has the buyback. Obviously doesn't want to expend it now. This will be a second lane. As Mickey gets Lotused and will be able to walk away here.
Keep your eyes a little bit here on the Hoodwink with the Blink Hex as well. There is some play potential for Omar to find a big move. This game, at this point, is mainly about can you play around Faceless, because in that last fight that you won 5-0, Void didn't get Chrono off. He has 2 Chronos now.
Oh.
With that
But 2 times
refresher.
0 is still 0.
Yeah. If you set up the same play, you're going to get the same outcome. But that's the challenge here.
Now, big punch onto Omar. In a lot of trouble. Gets the sharpshooter off, but
no
not enough
buyback
to get away. Yeah, that's now a 5 versus 4 in favor of Liquid.
And Roche is about to spawn in 10 seconds, and he does not need to cross the river because he's spawning past 40, so Liquid are set up if they want to keep controlling that area. They get a red scan. This is really good news for them.
Ghost.
They might assume he went left, though.
Well, they're going to
piecing it together.
Yeah. Oh, Ghost still continuing to farm.
Oh, if he farms this camp, this could be bad.
Nearby, he's going to pop the BKB, the disruption to avoid Bane using any spells. Concoction going to come out, but Ghost is going to take too much damage. Does have the buyback, but they lose another support without buyback.
Yeah, it's free Roche.
And Liquid, yeah, exactly. Roche number 3.
Surely this is the killing blow.
And the mid lane is pretty pushed in as well.
I think just put this Aegis on Void this time, I think, instead of the Helm of the Dominator.
We'll see. It will be.
Because they put the previous one on Nisha. I just think the only way Liquid lose a fight here is if Void dies, more or less. And with this, you're just so incredibly safe. You're playing triple save and Aegis. How on earth can Nigma Galaxy find this angle? At this point, the Void play doesn't exist, so you have to jump supports. Have to kill SD, have to kill Tusk, and then try to survive the 2 Chronos.
Saberlight has Ceaseless Dirge up as well, so going for him, he just comes back. And I think they're just going to give up Megas. Still 30 seconds on the death time before the out.
That's a range Drax top, but yeah, 20 seconds. Mickey should make that in time. On the way there.
Yep, Spear. Searing Chains to follow from Sumail. Sharpshooter. Not going to do too much here. Now the Nullifier applied. Oh my god, Sumail's just getting bursted from 100 to 0. Does have the buyback as the Mars Arena comes out, but Mickey just has the Chronosphere. It's going to get gripped, though. Do they have the damage? Again, he has the second life, so there's only so much you can do. Buyback comes out from Sumail. As Mickey popping the BKB, has the second Chrono if he wants to use it. Doesn't need to bother as Sumail kind of running out of steam here. Gets off the Shivas. As Ghost focusing on the Tombstone as Liquid. Their supports are crumbling now. There's the Chronosphere number 2 from Mickey, but the nice save from GH for the time being. But Sumail does drop to the deck. 2 minutes down and out. As Ghost will get some help thanks to the arena bashing the crap out of the Void. That's life number 1. Buyback now from Insania. Concoction coming for the Faceless Void. Noob and company can try to apply some pressure. Gets the Sharpshooter off and the Rebuke. That's enough. Down goes Mickey, but they have mass buybacks from the Liquid side. And they can likely just try to end it, knowing that that's a dieback for Sumail. Noob drops, but does have the buyback available. This is still going to be a 3 versus 5. And now the building's starting to melt in favor of Liquid. One more smoke for the road. Still the buyback being retained from the Mars. Tomar gonna set something up. Roche's banner's placed. His Ghost can try to backstab. He stuns himself though, and that should do it. My
Misclicked.
Oh dear. Nullifier applied to the Mars in the last moments of the game. And Liquid coming back in this game number 2. Still no GGs coming out from NGX, which I guess is to be expected. As Nisha just frontlining, only dying a single time in this game. Just an absurd play from the best puck in the world. As Nisha will pop his BKB. As the Ancient goes down, and there go the GGs. So,
You can't forget that Sumail has one of his all-time greats here and can really do work, because in reality, what do Liquid really have against a Storm BKB this game? I don't really think they have anything.
they have nothing. Well,
They have global
silence.
global post BKB,
Yeah.
but that's kind of it. Then you have to kill him during the global. I guess you could pull that off with maybe a bash on Marcy or Monkey King and then some heavy hitting attacks. But I think there's a lot on the line here looking at the mid lane. I think for Liquid this is going to be a stereotypical Nisha Ember performance to make this game simpler for them. And of course, my eyes more so than mid actually at second thought are on top lane. How is Mickey going to do against this Doom Grim? I think this is a really interesting lane to watch because I don't think it's inherently obvious to the teams either when the exact timings are here, when you're strongest, when you rotate, and who wins it on paper if nobody interferes. Doom Grim is nasty. We'll see.
Yeah, it's been a long time for that Grimstroke.
Yeah. I'm really happy to see Grimstroke play. I think this hero is super entertaining to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
Just makes a lot of moments.
And like you said, several Inkswell targets, and it feels like if you can check all the boxes on this hero, it becomes an insane pick. The Phantom's Embrace against the Ember, like we talked about, extremely annoying for Nisha. I think the one thing it's missing, not that they're going to ever get to this point, but the Aghanim Scepter, where it makes a stronger version of another enemy hero. It's not particularly amazing this game.
That's true.
But that would have been icing. It's already good nonetheless.
Yeah.
So Ghost and GH. So how impactful is this combo in terms of getting like the double Storm Hammer?
It's powerful in the mid game. In this early laning stage, Sven usually doesn't get multiple points in Stormhammer, so here it's not really going to make that big of a difference. But yeah, further down the line could be a big thing in fights. Oh, gonna pull in. They're actually going to blood grenade him too.
Yeah.
Going for the kill on
That is
Ghost.
a lot of damage. A
Boxy's
nice job
eating
from
the
GH,
wave.
though, and this is going to be first blood to GH.
Oh my god, he tanked 4 creeps during that entire engagement. The entire wave was just on Boxy's Snapfire when he went for the Shredder. That is very good news in the Nigma camp to get first blood onto GH's Coddle here. He can get boots off of this immediately, and we saw how that mattered in the first game against the Marcy, having the boots Coddle.
Yep.
Could just run it back.
A bit of a misstep from Boxy, which is very rare sight indeed for this series, considering his tough performance in game number 2. Saberlight gets to dispose off another little Shredder action as Ghost, another blood grenade from Boxy, and this should lead to the kill.
This time they got it.
Second time's a charm for Liquid. As the rebound, okay, not the rebound, the cookie rather, onto GH. He's a very fast hero though, and has 10 sticks, so I think he's gonna get out. Here the tower is safe, but does take a beating in the meantime.
Trying to get a last second pull here, but nice heads-up play from Boxy to mate. Oh, he still got the half pull beautifully done there. Nice little manipulation with the ranged attack pulling into the tower. This is just a half a wave completely lost for Liquid. No experience gained. And in addition, this will make the wave push, so you get back into a nice equilibrium state outside of your tower. Mid lane,
Should get the
Sumail.
nice ward as well. That's some good gold.
Yeah, this mid lane is pretty even. I also think this is just a skill-based matchup. Storm against Ember tends to be quite even when the players are comparable in
Oh, Sumail.
skill.
He already popped the Fairy Fire. As Nisha now taking a beating as GH. Little Shredder again reserved for him. So a lot of action in that bot lane.
You got to be careful trying to contest Lotuses against Marcy Snap. That lane is something else.
When you dispose, when they're in the air, do they count as a unit?
Oh, for
Like the Lotus or the Shrine?
I think so. I don't think it has verticality, but I'm not certain.
Noob.
He's left
All
alone.
alone. And it's going to take a beating now as Nisha kills off Sumail. That's the bigger kill, but either way, Liquid not able to take out Noob in the end. So Nisha did fall to Omar.
Yeah.
Got the most important aspect of the experience.
Yeah, Mickey immediately plays aggressive top because they see Omar TP mid to try to help the Storm against the Snapfire gank. So a cascading effect here of all the lanes effectively being involved in mid. And I think when all that is said and done, the winner is Liquid because the Doom having to do this long walk of shame back to base. He's missing a wave and a half. And this was the lane we were talking about that would get interesting, would be that Monkey King Silencer lane, but with this advantage.
And this is the other thing. You leave Saberlight alone, he can actually survive in this 1 versus 2.
Yeah.
Unlike the Doom.
Yeah, and on top of that, Noob has also chosen to skill defensively here. He skilled the Purge, or rather, he skilled Devour to get a Purge.
You see the first Ink Swell combo onto Mickey. They get the stun, Illuminate to follow. Mickey not able to get any HP back thanks to the Jingu. GH gets credit for that one. Phantom Embrace, and this is going to be the death of Insania to a neutral creep. Okay then.
That is a very good result for him. Great rotation from GH Coddle there, but again, nothing comes for free.
Oh, the cookie actually does hit just on the outskirts, and that's going to be enough. Ghost down and out. Lot of action in this game number 3 between Liquid and NGX. Pretty entertaining affair as Sumail is at a slight disadvantage, has to jungle until he hits level 6, then we'll feel safe again to return.
Yeah, it's, overall, it's pretty even with the Ember. They're both... Sumail's actually slightly ahead on experience and net worth, but not by a significant margin. This, however, starting to become more and more of a problem. It's a good thing for them that GH helped with that gank up top, and now Noob will be getting something in the tower.
He needs this badly.
They get the first point in Infernal Blade. Usually, side lane Doom you see go 0-1-1, but opted for the early point Devour. Perhaps really wanted this Purge creep against Silencer and against the Monkey King Jingu stacks. Being able to purge offensively onto Monkey King is extremely valuable here.
That's true. Some action here. Inkswell, Insania, going to be the recipient of that one. And Sumail will snag the kill. Nisha, though, wants some revenge. Gets the Searing Chains. Omar completely out of mana at the moment. Sumail, though, has enough to zip away. But the Remnants, brother versus brother. Nisha not able to find the connection. Does still see Omar, but running out of resources here as GH dies again in the bot lane. This is, despite that little flub at the beginning of the game, this is where most of the kills have occurred for Liquid.
Yeah. Marcy, baby. Making the moves. 0 kill, oh, excuse me.
Oh, they're going to go for it again. Rebound into the Scatter Blast with a little Shredder to minus armor. Ghost going to get some help from Sumail. Saberlight getting slowed to a crawl under the tower. It's a successful maneuver from Sumail. Going to end up netting a second kill. Will Ghost get it, though, is the question? No.
That is just a fully premeditated bait. It's very clear that they have good communication here. Ghost is telling Sumail, if they go on me, be ready to TP, I'm going to bait. And Liquid, hook, line, and sinker get pulled in there. That's massive to get this double kill onto Sumail here and keep Ghost alive. Sumail is now 1,000 net worth up on Nisha minute 7.
Yeah, but the experience is another story. The Nisha took the Wisdom Shrine from NGX, and you see a double scan come out from Liquid to make sure that nobody was going for theirs, so they can get theirs a little late.
That's 3 games in a row that...
Yeah, again.
Nigma just don't get Wisdoms. That's definitely something to work on going ahead in this tournament. It's really, really important to get these 7-minute ones. But yeah, the trade-off in that instance, losing Wisdom Shrine to get 2 kills bottom, I think probably worth it, considering who you got down there and who got the kills. But in turn now, it does mean that the supports of Nigma Galaxy need some time. As I say that, Omar's level 5.5 without Wisdom. It was just that 1 kill he got mid on the Ember earlier after Storm died.
Yeah, not too bad.
Probably helps him a lot of the way. It's mainly GH that's a little bit in the dumps, but they're giving him space up top to get some experience.
3 Sister Shrouds for NGX, by the way.
It's fine.
The creep is stolen. Sumail able to keep his life, though.
3 so far. Doom doesn't have a neutral item yet.
True, let's see.
Still make it 4 here. He's going to be able to pick now. What are his options? He is not offered Sister Shroud, so
that's
he can't
unfortunate. Now Omar getting ganked in the meantime. Inkswell does a decent amount to delay this, but the result is still the same in his death. Sumail not going to go to defend, instead going to go for the top as Doom applied to the Monkey King, and now the tree is dropped. This will be the death of Mickey. Nicely done from Sumail.
This is a very, very good start for Nigma Galaxy. And this kill mid, like you said, Grimstroke delayed it, but they also used Unleash. Like, they're using big abilities to just kill this support. If they don't do some meaningful tower damage here, this would have maybe felt like a little bit of a waste of time. But they are getting to work. I don't think they'll get it fully, but pretty close to finishing the mid tower here are Liquid. So
I think they
might just get it. Yeah, you're right.
Deny, not going to be there. Boxy gets credit for it, and now GH going to pay the ultimate price for trying to deny it.
Even better.
Insania. Brain Drain.
+1 for the Silencer.
GH is going to be fine, though. He's got a lot of int on that hero.
Yeah.
Brain Rot is not a thing for GH, despite Coddle being an old man. You'd think that that would, you know, Dementia would kick in a little early.
He is really forgetful in the lore, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
So there's nothing left to lose.
I guess so. Goes very low, farming away, but nobody really close to him.
Dire's courier has been killed.
10-minute power rune. Who gets lucky? It will be Nisha grabbing himself a shield rune down bot. I say lucky, they covered both runes, so he was getting it regardless.
How
but
lucky.
not necessarily the rune you were hoping to see there. I think amp damage right now would be very nice to make an aggressive move on to bot and kick the tower, but of course you can also dive with the shield rune. So looks to be the next play that Liquid are planning here. A big commitment bringing Monkey King down here too. This is effectively 5 heroes in the neighborhood.
Yeah. And
Liquid will get this tower, but the read is correct from Nigma Galaxy to not get caught and try to go for a trade of their own up top with Siege Creep. Sumail can do this solo. So probably getting a little bit more efficiency out of the map considering how long Liquid are running around their heroes with here. I say that. He's in base on Sven. Come back mid now, though. And, oh, if he gets caught, though, this is good.
Yeah, Mortimer's Kisses beating into him. Ghost in a lot of trouble. Pops the war cry, but that has too much magic damage.
All right, that makes it worth it for Liquid. That is a very good play. They were patient. They were waiting around for somebody to go mid, getting the slight chains into the Kisses, and
Insania gets solar bound. And Sumail wants to finish the job. The Cookie's going to get a little bit of distance, and now a little bit of trouble now for the side of NGX. Sumail getting low on mana. Has a soul bind, or solar bind this time. Boxy on the Nisha. And unfortunately for NGX, Noob is in the wrong place. Easy kill for Boxy, as that's 5 members of Liquid surrounding him and taking him out.
Yeah, both teams in this game are playing very tight. Like, the rotations have basically 4 or 5 heroes every time. But the biggest thing in all of this is probably the kill on Sven. That was the big one for Liquid. Try to slow him down.
Liquid have 0 neutral items.
I think that is a great indication that they've been going together too much.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's 12 minutes.
That's crazy, man. What? 12 minutes.
Who has the most Mad Stones right now?
Monkey King has 4 now, so he's close to 1. He just killed a camp.
Maybe they'll realize, like, oh, okay, we could get a free item. So NGX with a 2K lead and 5 neutral items more than Liquid.
Yeah.
Big advantage, I'd say.
Actually, yeah.
Oh, Ghost. Saberlight's going to be hounding him from the north.
Can solo him.
Opsy Unleash going for the kill. Ghost gets the war cry off. Boxy's here as well, not needed though. Saberlight destroys him.
Situations like this really highlight, I think, why pro players are banning this hero so much. The win rate doesn't really reflect necessarily how good the hero is, and it's just you just don't want to bother with situations like that where your carry just gets soloed by the offlaner in 5 seconds, right?
Yeah.
It's very unforgiving just how much damage Marcy does with this Helm of the Dominator tech.
At this stage, when you're getting the neutrals for Liquid, you surely go for the Dormant Curio. We're seeing one now. You're not going to get much value out of tier 1s at this stage.
Very true.
They are going to smoke.
Make it with the Echo Saber. So Echo Deso is his plan
nope.
again.
Again, caught off guard. Mortimer's just too much damage. Starting to rack up the deaths on this Doom. Has the Helm Dom with the drums. As the tomato will be sacrificed as well. Liquid extremely active. You see the net worth still NGX favored.
Yeah, it's a lot of the time this is what's going to happen when even if you make successful moves, you're just bringing so many heroes. So
yeah,
you're not finding the same amount of farm overall. So you have to, you're just compensating for lost farm with kill gold. It doesn't really shift the game that much.
Wants the kill onto Sumail. Global Silence disposed to follow. Unleash is doing quite a bit. The Searing Chains at the last moment from Nisha was definitely needed. Huge kill for Liquid.
That's a really nicely executed kill.
Wukong's command, Noob. He's gonna get the Doom off, wants to fight his way through it. Does have to worry about the Jingu. This creep is doing quite a bit of work as well. And yeah, the Jingu not going to heal, obviously, as Ghost comes in and throws a casual Stormhammer for a kill that he desperately needed.
That's one of those my carry moments right there.
All right, what else is he supposed to do?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Noob is happy that Ghost takes that kill. He has faith in him. Ghost has been
I
thought
you were talking about Monkey King. Okay.
No, no.
Yeah, what else is he supposed to do? Not steal the kill? And Noob. 1,000 away from Blink Dagger.
Yeah, his game looks fine. Despite those 2 deaths that he just had back-to-back, he's still looking quite healthy on the net worth. He's staying neck and neck with the Marcy, who's having a very good game. And that's in part the 30 CS differential.
Sumail in trouble again. Rebound with the Searing Chains. Does zip away. They didn't have Global Silence this time.
Cocky enough to turn around there for an attack onto me.
Sumail being cocky, you say?
No way.
Unbelievable.
He's matured. He's all grown up now.
No, he is, but you got to keep the cocky mentality in game at least.
Yeah, I suppose.
Otherwise, you cannot strive to be the best.
I think GH would disagree with that.
Yeah. He's an anomaly, though. Let's be clear. Saberlight. So there's Solar Bind and Soul Bind. That's gonna be hard.
At least there's not Solar Guardian too.
True. See if they get Solar Crest.
Yeah, there will be. There's one on Caudle.
Oh God, I just won't say it. Omar will be the recipient of some Mortimers. They're gonna be close to being out of range, but Nisha not able to get any connection onto Omar. He's actually going to walk away. Instead, they want the old man on the horse. So GH will be the sacrifice for NGX. And Liquid keeping up the pressure. And now some minus armor on this tower. Is this actually going to be a successful tier 2? Relatively early. Keep the siege. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, good call.
That looked like it had enough HP.
Oh, they still glyphed. Huh. Maybe they thought the Dom creep was going to be too big of a problem. I'm not sure if that's the case, but...
Oh, Global Silence for the mid lane to save Nisha. So defensive Global, and that means NGX can group up potentially.
Oh, but he gets doomed on the other side.
Gets it off. Insania is nearby as well. Noob just needs a little bit more damage, but the zip from Sumail should be the end of the Ember. Nisha Down and out again as GH and company. Gonna surround Insania. That's gonna be an easy cleanup, and Boxy likely to fall to Sumail, although he is running a bit low on mana at the moment. Gets the last Electric Vortex. Mischance is there with the Sister's Underwear, but does find the kill in the end.
And Sumail doesn't need to go back. He's playing with Caudle, so he's just going to stay active out on the map here, just constantly ramping up. And this time around, Shannon, it's happening. Sumail is buying BKB's second item.
Wow.
A rare sight here, but a very, very welcome one, in my opinion, if you're an Nigma Galaxy fan, because I think this is the kind of game that Storm can just completely pop off in. With Caudle at his side.
You said that in game 1, and he dominated without it, Cinderin.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't Storm.
Okay. So that's the difference.
And I also didn't say he was going to pop. You're just making stuff up. I said none of that in game 1.
Why do you hate Sumail so much? He didn't answer my question.
I'm not going to... I plead the fifth. I'm not going to play into these rumors that you're starting. What's
true.
this?
That's a very Jenkins thing to do.
It's a random thing. It's like, why do you hate Sumail? What are you talking about?
Okay, Noob. Gonna be stealing the shrine. So they end up equalizing the shrines.
That's a very late shrine. 1845?
That's true. That is really late. Sumail, Searing Chains on him. Rebound, not there in time.
Still
And the
gets
global
out.
goes off. Uh-oh, Ghost gonna pound into Insania. That's an easy kill.
Oh no,
Moxie.
Liquid, this is real bad.
And the rebound's gonna hit though. Sumail's getting super low. Dispose is there, and Saberlight gets the kill. A little bit too cocky now from Sumail.
Okay, now it's not that bad for Liquid anymore. Now that they got the Storm at Sumail's own
Yeah. My mistake. He didn't use
initiative. Yeah, he has it now.
Could have sworn he did.
He just went temporarily deaf.
It's okay. I mean, that does happen.
Oh. But yeah, if that move fails completely for Liquid, if they don't end up killing the Storm in the end, it's such a big overextension for so little.
Yeah.
But at the very least, with the Storm kill, it feels somewhat okay.
Yeah, Sumail playing a little bit too greedy in that instance. Pretty close to his BKB.
Mickey is not having a good one here either. We haven't talked about that too much. He's 2k behind the Sven, and he's not buying Battle Fury.
Saberlight, Storm hammered,
He's
doomed
hooked.
up, he's done.
Send him packing. Another kill for the side of Nigma Galaxy here. 14-14 the score, but more gold in the Nigma Galaxy coffers, and obviously there's a bit of inflation due to Doom. But it's a thin silver lining considering this is a really good game for Doom as well. When Noob is having this type of performance on his best hero, you know they're comfortable. 7,000 the lead now. And
Yep. Looking pretty. And Caudle. Ooh, everyone gets out. My goodness. And the shard goes to said Caudle, Mr. GH.
keep in
2 charges of Solar Bind.
keep in mind that Liquid chose this Monkey King as a response to Doom, and I feel like they've got no bang for their buck here. Like you ran this as a lane counter, and the result at minute 21 is that Monkey King is down 2k against Doom. So you just did not get what you were hoping for. And in addition to that, Mickey has gone for a tempo item build. He has not gone Battle Fury. He's gone Echo into what's now Echo, BKB, and then Deso. His damage output is pretty underwhelming for the time being. So that did just not work for Liquid here. It's the ultimate conclusion at this point. And now I think you're kind of playing a little bit of the waiting game, which is scary when the enemy team has so much explosive damage and this amount of scaling.
They're going to try to bait a fight here, potentially. They're taking some decent stacks for Nisha. Looks like they'll get it cleanly if they want. Yeah, NGX not going to really bother with that at the moment.
Is this almost BKB on Noob? Am I saying this right?
Yep.
He's just missing 300.
Yep.
He's a tough one for them to deal with. Like, they have this heavy single target damage between Marcy and Monkey King when Monkey King gets another item. But until then, I feel like Noob is pretty safe to just BKB blink in and just go on literally anything he wants. I think he can just break the fight. And going on Marcy, dooming Marcy is extremely impactful. So I think that's the dream start for a fight for Nigma Galaxy, is that Doom finds Marcy, and then everybody else just plays around that.
Are scanning.
Dooming Ember, of course, is also great. Speaking of,
Yep, Ghost.
Nisha's in there.
Recipient of the Searing Chains. Mortimer's Kisses to follow the Boundless Strike as well. Noob trying to tank a little bit of this. Pops the BKB. Still has the Doom available. Soulbind onto 2. Looking for, he could get the double Doom if he wants to do so. Beautifully done, but
got
Sumail
Sumail!
gets insta-gibbed. Insania with the global silence, setting it all up. That's BKB from Saberlight. Okay. Didn't want to pursue any further, it seems, and the Doom will be shrugged off by Mickey in the end.
Wait, how did they kill Sumail? Did he jump in with BKB on and then get globaled? Did they just time it perfectly? Yes. Okay. No. Wait, he's rooted first, right?
Go ahead.
No, I'm just trying to think,
Go
like,
ahead and dissect it.
Under attack.
so the kill recap doesn't show when he BKB'd, right? Because it only shows offensive abilities.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, it's hard to tell without a replay then, but either way, it's definitely the global sounds that makes that moment so crucial for Insania to have the perfect timing there.
It was a double Doom, too.
Okay, we're gonna see the replay here. So Sumail rooted.
Rooted. BKB global.
Yeah. Okay. Just really
Wow.
nicely timed there. It's so important. If Insania is half a second slower, they lose that fight, I think. Clutch.
Indeed. As Omar and company, they're going to find a Snapfire, but Mickey with a nice Boundless Strike onto 2. Soulbind applied, though. And Omar going to try to shrug this off himself, but eventually will be found by the rest of Liquid.
Okay. Liquid bounce back.
Yeah, that was a very big engagement. Sumail with an Arcane Rune, though. As a Doom is found in the meantime. Noob has to pop the BKB and retreat. Liquid forcing out a lot from NGX. Showing a lot of life all of a sudden.
And into the
To the
pit.
pit. What do you think of this late Deso choice from Mickey?
I think it's decent. You're playing with Marcy and Ember's Slight, so there's some added value for teammates in applying minus armor.
Well, it looks like they're not going to fully commit.
Yeah, they can't make it. Before. They
NGX.
could have actually made it, but they weren't sure how close Nigma Galaxy were. So now Roche is going to go for a walk. That's a lot of wasted time.
Yeah. And NGX are ahead of the curve. They can wrap around.
Oh, this could get so awkward. They don't have Unleash now. Marcy is only half the hero at this point.
Oh, yeah. Warcry to buy some distance. Saberlight, they're going to spot him. Noob. Hoof Stomp actually starts things out. He's in a lot of trouble. You can be able to pop the global silence, though, as Saberlight with a rebound away. Looks like he might be able to survive as a result. Mickey spotted out,
Sumail,
though.
they got
Boundless
him.
Strike again.
Double Doom.
Yep, double Doom comes out with a 4-step onto Sumail. Looks like he's going to survive. Do they have any follow-up? Ghost finally comes in with a Storm Hammer onto 1. Saberlight and company are super low on HP. They try to exit now. A big zip from Sumail. Wants to finish the
No!
job. Boundless Strike destroys him, though. And Nisha gets credit for that one. So another flub by Sumail. My
Uh-oh.
goodness.
Are they actually going to finish the Roche now? Can they? It's half HP. I don't think they can kill it yet. With the uncertainty about Nigma Galaxy's whereabouts, this is not easy to do, but damn, Sumail, that is uncharacteristic. He's 6-5 now. He had such a good start, and all of it down the drain. Maybe BKB is just cursed for this guy.
He's not used to buying it. Yeah. What can he do?
Liquid with a big recovery.
Oh, yeah.
This, oh my god, the Doom just ended, so he could stick as well and get off the Boundless. Yeah. That fight was really close multiple times over. A lot of heads-up plays. If they could somehow have got a little more damage out of Ghost, like one more swing, they might have killed 2 or 3 heroes and taken Roche themselves. That's what we're talking here.
Yeah, that could have been game-defining for sure. Instead, Liquid with the Aegis, 4.5 minutes on Nisha.
Yeah, it's going to go Lincoln's again, similar to his previous game, and obviously makes a lot of sense against Doom. Also against Storm, it can be quite nice.
Okay, he's going to show himself in lane. Oh, but they find a Grimstroke instead. Omar getting healed up a decent amount thanks to GH. The stomp comes out as well. Another. Well, he's going to be able to take off that silence immediately as Noob finds Saberlight, and that is another death for the offlaner of NGX. Second time somebody's just run into a solo Marcy and died.
Yep.
As a core.
Don't do that.
And GH now in the area of Mickey. Boundless Strike to start things out. Solar Bind is applied to him though. Being a lot more annoying. And all of a sudden, we're close to an even game now.
Yeah, Nigma Galaxy bled out a bit over the last few minutes. Just a couple of situations where they overplayed their hand a little bit and then on top getting picked off in between. So Liquid are starting to have a clearer path now to structure fights now that they have the Deso on the Monkey King, and Nisha is continuing to improve his situation. I think his Lincolns is actually arriving now. Yep, sure is.
Radiant's middle tower.
This Ember is going to become a potentially big problem.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time if you give him that time.
Almost walked into some mail there, very close. GH.
Yeah, this time probably not going to be getting away. Mickey could really use that shard at some point. Feels like he's been a couple of instances now.
Yeah, he could buy it now. He has the gold, but I just think you have to invest into more stats.
Radiant are scanning.
Shard doesn't really help you much when you're doomed anyway.
True. Which now is more likely that Nisha has the Lincolns.
Yeah, they've been dooming Monkey King pretty consistently with Soulbind anyway, so the last 2 or 3 fights. So I think getting stats up on Monkey, or maybe even Lincolns, would be nice, which, I mean, that's also stats. And it is indeed what is in his quick buy. Was that a misclick, or did he see anyone? Oh, they think they can get Doom, but he juked them out by running in a straight line. Next level plays from Noob.
That's right.
Now he's being spotted on a ward, though.
Yep,
Saberlight could try again.
Yeah, TP support's coming, but
not happening.
Yeah, blink TP. Looks like he's good to go. Another kind of late Wisdom Shrine, 2 minutes after.
Yep.
And Ghost getting pretty, because it would really be ashamed of us if we didn't mention that. He likes to mention it 3 to 4 times per game.
Greedy?
Yeah, the greed.
Okay. Yep. Well, he is barely killing creeps now, so...
Yeah, that is one issue.
He can't really kill them. Okay.
Only a minute left on this Aegis. I mean, from Liquid's side, what's their game plan? Like, how do you... What did you want to get out of this Aegis? Did they get enough?
Yeah, I think the main thing was to take it away. I don't think you're in a commanding enough position where you can just, like, try to force anything with it, like a tower or... I guess there's nothing else to really force, right? Tormentor, I believe, just respawned recently, if I'm not mistaken. Or wait, was it? No, yeah, they did take it early on Nigma Galaxy, so... I guess maybe you could have gone for the Torm with this. But Tier 2 instead now is alright, now that it's set up. Not really committed for this, it's just a natural progression of the wave push, and Nisha will do it on his own with a little bit of shrapnel help. Or Shredder, I should say.
Well, he's going to spot a TP, going to go on the aggressive to go for Insania, but now will zip completely out of the way.
Trying to poke and prod bait some response. He did get one out of Monkey King. And perhaps with that, that should open up bottom and mid a bit for the side of Nigma Galaxy. You're seeing the line drawn here as well from Omar. Just drawing push out bot, but it's not fully safe just yet. The Silent Assassin is here.
Disposed with the help of his trusty Centaur Conqueror, Permastun. My god, that is filthy. That is so dumb. Yeah, it really is such a crazy item for this hero, isn't it?
It's obscene.
The whole reason Rebound is balanced is because you don't always have a unit next to you, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's changed with Marcy. Which just begs the question again, how did this take so long, this tech, to figure it out? It's been like, had years to figure this out.
Well, it's a compounding of multiple factors, right? The Dominator got buffed, other heroes got nerfed, Marcy got buffed on other abilities. It's just, at some point, heroes reach critical mass, and it can be kind of hard to predict when that is. But I would definitely argue that Marcy is there right now. Even game now on gold.
Oh, yeah.
But the gold distribution is what's interesting here. So Sven is ahead of everybody else, but the next three are Liquid heroes with a decent gap now. And then GH ahead of the enemy supports. I think I would kind of like to see GH go Ags here for a couple reasons. First of all, the type of fights that we've seen so far are pretty long. So dropping the Ignis Fastest in the middle of the fight is nice, but in addition, you can cut Monkey King out of trees
That's true.
with it, which gives it some added benefit in this game. And considering that a big part of the enemy team's damage is Monkey King and Marcy, who are very much going to stack on top of each other in fights in order to assassinate heroes, you might get some pretty good value out of it. I suppose the downside is that Marcy can break it pretty quickly with Unleash, but if you're even misdirecting her in the fight to do that a little bit, I think that's already quite valuable. So far, he's queuing up Greaves. I can't say I love that.
Well, the Dispel for the silence.
Yeah.
I mean, it did feel like they needed a Lotus or something this game.
Yeah, the question is if it's GH's responsibility to get the Dispel versus Omar. I think Omar...
Considering the farm for Omar right now.
True. Doom could also have bought Lotus instead of Shiva's, I would argue.
Well, he can sell it.
True. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe Greaves.
Okay, shown.
I think if you want to go the Greaves route, then you should go Lotus instead on Caudle, I guess, because then you can also use it on a teammate instead.
Yeah.
If there's a key moment where Sumail gets silenced and you can Lotus him, it could just change the entire game,
True.
for example.
Oh, Misha. He's going to pop the smoke. He's invisible. Saberlight, they think it's only just the Doom right now. There's the zip from Sumail. Inkswell. He's actually going to get Boundless Strike. Oh my goodness. Both they actually get the global silence as well. No. That is so unlucky for Sumail. Down for a full minute. And Ghost has to pop the BKB and retreat. Question is, will everybody else get out? Nisha looking to push the envelope, trying to force a buyback that is not to come for Sumail. Soulbind used with nothing after the fact.
I mean, not that it ever really is the time, but that is just not the time to play a worst game of the tournament, is it? Like, Sumail just multiple times over having these moments where things just go wrong. And again, credit to Insania with a good global, but at this point you have to begin... You must have got used to it, right? Like, this has happened 3 times in a row now in this game. So you have to adjust your playstyle around it and approach the fights differently. I think instead of Sumail initiating in the fashion that he is, send Doom in the front, accept that you don't get a double Doom, and maybe just start something, and then have a Sven follow up, and Sumail has to be a little bit more patient. Perhaps that would be one way to do it. But at the very least, the way Nigma Galaxy are doing it right now is just punishing them over and over and over again.
I mean, that's a good point. It feels like they are trying to get this double Doom when, in actuality, I don't know if it's 100% necessary to win to get that, right? It's nice.
Yeah. And it's also not that reliable. That's the other thing, because you need specific conditions to be met first.
Right, they have 2 Lincolns, so it's going to be hard to...
It's getting harder and harder anyway, yeah.
Well, that one hurt NGX quite a bit. Liquid now with a 4K lead. Roche will be up relatively shortly. It looks like a full timer, actually. Another minute.
Yeah, pretty much maximum time, you're right.
Wait, is Boxy going for Ags?
Radiant's top
I see. What is the point booster for?
It could be Octarine as well.
Where's the rest of it? It just wants the point
Maybe he wants a point booster.
Okay.
We need more points.
Boxy,
Galaxy, he's breaking the smoke.
The smoke is going to be spotted. The Shiva's off from Noob. We'll be able to take out the pesky Snapfire, but at what cost exactly? Ghost uses the God
Saberlight is in a very compromised position here.
An opening with the Doom. They're going to try to go for the double Doom. There's the global silence though, but the right clicks from the Sven are quite a bit. Saberlight will drop as a result. Now Ghost on the run, but Mickey's there with the Boundless Strike to delete him. Buyback now from the Grimstroke. Mortimer's Kiss is not going to do too much as Boxy. This is going to be a dieback for him. drops for the second time, as GH will drop for the first. So Sven dying, likely this is the end of the fight for NGX regardless, and now Noob, only a matter of time before he bites the dust as well. So 3 dead for NGX. And Roche is now available.
I think maybe Nigma there were hoping that Global was still on cooldown from the previous engagement, but Insania did have it again. And this is a really, really big fight for Liquid to win, because this is going to give them the second Aegis. Buy them a little bit more time, and there it is. Refresher now. Insania only had 1,000 gold for it 8 minutes ago. And all of a sudden, couple 1 engagements. This is potentially the biggest single item that Liquid can get in this entire game, realistically. Because now you can use the global silence #1 in a different fashion now, right? Knowing that you have a backup.
Yeah.
So you can start using it offensively as well, instead of having to reserve it for when Sumail goes in and pops BKB. So at this point, Marcy can jump someone like a support, and you can just global and burst them. Same for Monkey King. And if you want to keep it for the same fashion that you've played it so far, I mean, you just have twice as much of it. You can extend it and effectively burn Sumail's entire BKB with silences. It's a very, very, very big pickup here for Silencer. Now, that said, this is still not in the bag for Liquid whatsoever, because, as you've pointed out, were Nigma Galaxy to get the right initiation once, they can roll a fight completely.
They have to kill Insania right away.
If they can kill Silencer, that's the dream, but
They always have to worry about the buyback silence, though.
Insania can stay in the fountain now as well. He, like, technically speaking, he can give Boxy the wards and just jungle.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the rest of the hero is not that important right now, comparatively.
Can you get kicked for being AFK in a pro match?
I mean, you obviously want him there for some added benefit from Solar Crest, right? But it's way, way, way more important for him to stay out of trouble than try to min-max everything. His 2 globals are 90% of his impact. The last 10%, it's nice, but just make sure you're never susceptible to getting jumped.
Yeah.
Big item.
Yeah, that is an Aghanim Scepter for Storm. So Sumail will have the blue hole, as we like to call it.
Now this stops his Vortex from working with Soulbind, right? Because now it's AoE.
Yeah.
But not that he was getting double pulls before anyway, and if he were, he would still get them now just with AoE most likely, so... Yeah, it's strong with Sven, no denying that. Pull them together and cleave him down.
Indeed. Yeah, they have the Wombo combo, no doubt about it. Haven't seen it yet, though. But the potential is certainly there. As Liquid smoke up onto the high ground, Mickey in the triangle area, trying to get away. At the footsteps of his base, Mortimer's Kisses from super far away. Saberlight, okay, he's going to take the Soulbind himself. Doesn't get lashed to Nisha. They're going to try to turn this all around as Ghost pops the ult, trying to apply some pressure to Saberlight, but able to rebound away. Try to turn it around onto the Doom instead as Ghost has to run back to base. Already 3 dead.
Double global, they don't know.
Global comes out, Boundless Strike right on top of Sumail. And that is another death for the mid laner of NGX, and that might do it, honestly. 4 dead without buyback. Ghost, the lone member of NGX, alive.
Nisha was not giving up the chase there. Wanted to keep going for Sven, but Ghost did get out, as you mentioned. But yeah, it gets too scrappy. I'm not sure how this fight exactly played out. It was hard to see everything at once, but in conclusion, Doom got nothing off. No BKB, no Doom.
Yeah.
And that just can't happen when Marcy's getting isolated somewhere else in that fight, right? You have to be able to find that follow-through when you're Nigma Galaxy in these situations. It started, honestly, quite well with the Grimstroke being able to kite so far back to base. Then ultimately GH tries to help. He gets caught as well, and it all falls apart. Comes crashing down.
It's going to be 2 lanes minimum.
Yep. I think so.
Liquid in prime position to go 2-1 so far in this Swiss bracket of the road to TI. And yeah, with only 20 seconds left on Storm, I think they'll back away with this second set completely destroyed.
Yeah, they have a lot of items to buy up. Satanic now completed for Ghost. This doesn't really feel like a sustain issue as much as stick on your target issue for him.
Yeah.
He's just getting kited a lot, which is ironic considering he has the help of Inkswell and he has Storm to pull people together for him. It's just not quite coming together for the side of Nigma Galaxy, but this could be the moment. Is this the repeat of the other game? Lose your racks and then find...
Yeah. Well, they have
like
the blue
the previous
hole,
one.
so if they can set up this Wombo combo. McKay spotted. Electric Vortex
He has Aegis
applied.
still.
Ghost is there to beat down life number 1 of Mickey. Meanwhile, Sumail disposed and
Not
destroyed
again!
them. Oh my goodness. And another global silence coming out as Ghost will pop the BKB, trying to go for the 2-shot onto Boxy. He'll take a couple more than he would like. It's just the support though.
Noob might
Now Ghost
be
running
able
out of
to-
steam. He's in a 1 versus 2 situation. Saberlight just gets 3-shot. His creep a little bit too late on the stomping. As Ghost going to continue the pressure. Nisha has the remnants to be able to get away though. So Ghost finally showing some life in this game number 3 rather.
In the meantime, off-screen, Noob chased down Monkey King down to 10% HP, but Mickey did survive and got off a Jingu Slam on the Ancients for a big heal.
And Mickey now gonna find himself inside the base of NGX. Another Searing Chains on the GH, able to dispel that with the Greaves though. 3 members up for Liquid. See how long they want to stay. There's a buyback available for Noob.
Radiant are scanning.
Scan comes out to make sure that Liquid are not up to any sort of shenanigans. And NGX, all they can do is wait.
Yeah. They just need a better fight from Sumail. That's really it, right? They have to find a way of setting it up, whether it's going to come from him or come from someone else. It's just so much harder now that there's Refresher on Silencer to really pull this off, but if it's what it takes, I think they have to just be exceptionally patient on the Storm, or he has to buy a different item than... So he's going Refresher now. Yeah, I guess then you can refresh BKB when you jump in. Perhaps... I don't know. Is it crazy of me to think he could buy like Wind Waker or Lotus as well instead? Or maybe Refresher's just the better choice in that case regardless. Is that a rough one though?
Yeah.
No matter how you look at it.
Yeah, 8 deaths right now.
I think it's the second most in his team. No, it's the most.
Yep.
On Storm.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Liquid have been on top of it, no doubt about it.
Liquid 17k lead, likely to wait for the next Roche before trying to finish this one. And GX, again, all they can do is kind of just wait in their base. Maybe they go for a smoke play at some point, but they do have to worry about these lanes pushing it at all times.
Dire are scanning.
You can see Omar working slowly towards a sheep stick, try to get that double hex, but feel like might not have enough time to finish that one.
Yeah, is there a world where the Ags is good enough? Probably not, right? I don't think it's good enough.
No.
You have to just go Hex. I don't think there's any other item that's good enough. Blink Dagger now on Boxy. This is actually a pretty big pickup because he has Ags, so when somebody gets doomed, now they can even Blink save with the snap. Should get in position and get them out of there.
Yep, gobble up. Gotta love it. Nisha, Shield Rune. Super tanky now. I mean, the Dooms are going to be, they're just getting harder and harder. He had to go Force Staff just to proc the Lions.
Yeah, and as a result of that, he's far away from Refresher, which you ideally also want. There's just so much stuff you want here.
Would you have rather just gotten a creep? Single target active on a creep to take that job and then save your gold for a bigger item?
Maybe. The Wolf Aura is good, though.
I mean, Force Staff has a faster cast time than any of the creep skills.
Yeah, that too. Honestly, I think it's fine. This is just it's an I don't know if unfortunate is the right word to use here, but it's a sad circumstance that Noob was having such a good game just 20 minutes ago, but then fight after fight after fight comes just kind of crumbling for Nigma Galaxy. Now he's 6th on net worth as Doom, right? Like, he's just poor. 47 minutes, Doom wants to be 6 slotted, and he has 3.5.
Oh, this is a bait.
Dire are
Nisha on the high ground, gonna get the Searing Chains onto 2. Look at those Mortimers as well. Omar has tried to retreat to base. Sumail already at half HP. Oh, Saberlight able to make the connection onto Sumail. Not this time, at least. An interesting trap that Liquid set. Didn't end up netting much, but
If they had more heroes next to Nisha, that would have been really, really good. Oh,
GH spotted.
whoa.
Pops the Greaves to get out of the Searing Chains, but now he's in a bit of trouble. Nisha, his Lincoln's is gone. Wukong's command coming in from Mickey to get the Abyssal Blade onto Ghost. Pops the BKB, but he's still taking so much bash. Cannot move at all. Saberlight just destroys him. GH next on the list. That's a double kill for the Marcy.
That did not seem all that organized.
That's a buyback. Soulbind onto 2. Can they do the Wombo combo? Electric Vortex into the Doom as well. Saberlight takes a tumble, and Nisha is next. Can they get Roche off the top of this? Can they get more kills off the top of this? Sumail into the pit as Ghost will pause.
Okay, there's an amp damage rune, but Liquid have 2 buybacks and there's no Doom. This is a pretty interesting situation.
Yeah, do you buy back here?
If you might feel like if you buy back, you're opening the door that one mistake could actually lose you the game.
Looks
but
like they want to buy it. Yeah, Scatterblast is going to be shown here. There's the cookie to make this a little bit more annoying. Gets cleaved down by Ghost easily. Insania still has Global at his disposal. As Noob trying to go on the aggressive. Zip in from Sumail. There's the buyback number 1 from Ember. There's the Global Silence that follows. Mickey inside the pit. Who's going to be able to get the Aegis? Ghost catches it immediately as Mickey in a ton of trouble. He dies. Will buy back instantly, though. And now Boxing with a nice cookie onto several heroes. Nisha, a lot of remnants to be used here. Sumail will drop here. Does buy back instantly, though, as Ghost gets 4 steps to the other side of the cliff. But Nisha trying to finish the job. Only will require a little bit more. That's life number 1 for Nisha. And the Coddle gonna get destroyed in the meantime by the Scatterblast as the rest of NGX trying to exit into their base, but Ghost get caught off guard. Wukong's command with the Mortimers as well. Down goes the Sven. That is effectively a dieback. 2 minutes. Cannot get back in this game. Last buyback now from the Grim. 3 versus 5 as Liquid looking to close the door on this game 3.
You have to have some magical wave cuts here with the Storm. I don't know if there's any other way.
Noob, no Doom for 20 seconds. Gonna try to delay as long as he can. Mickey takes down the first tier 4. Noob jumps in. Gets Boundless struck. He's all alone right now. He's taking tons of damage. He should be able to fall, but nice Vortex coming out from Sumail. That is a lot of damage being applied to Saberlight. He's getting extremely low as well. He's going to be able to walk away, though. Sumail's running out of mana, but 3 dead now for NGX. So it's just Sumail and Noob versus the world. They were so close to getting a couple kills here at the end, but now the last tier 4 will fall.
He has Doom available.
And exposed. Yeah, but they can keep him Searing Chains. Doesn't have BKB for another 5 seconds. They have to pop the fortification. Now the creep's starting to stack up. Noob walking in very awkwardly. Gets Boundless Struck, pops the BKB, looking for the Doom. Will get it onto 2 as Sumail comes in with the Electric Vortex, but another Global Silence will spell the end of Sumail and NGX in this game number 3. Insania just having his number all game long.
Yeah, wow. That was a very close and hard-fought series for both teams, and Liquid do come out victorious here. They don't look all smiles exactly. I think that was maybe a little bit tougher than they would have liked, and probably for them, starting to consider that leveling up is going to be necessary if you want to get that 4-1 scoreline required to avoid the elimination round. You need to win your next 2 series back-to-back, and yeah. They do ultimately get it done here. I think, as you mentioned, the Global Silence playing a massive role in that game. I think Insania, his best game of the series for sure. Just being no very good timing and clean execution from him. And for Nigma Galaxy, I feel like it also has to be said, maybe this was their worst game of the series. I think this just wasn't as structured and as clean as we saw, especially in game number 1. Anything could have happened here. I don't think either team won by more than like 10-15% overall in terms of execution. It still wasn't clean, and probably also why Liquid aren't too happy probably feel like, yeah, they got through it, but it just wasn't their best series
I'm
overall.
sure. I mean, after winning TI, it's like, yeah, could have played better than that, no doubt about it. As we see 36 minutes in the game here. Boxy having a pretty good game on Mortimer's, on Snapfire rather.
Yep.
With Mortimer, we can't forget him. The Soulbinds were very good this game, I feel like, but maybe a little too choosy on the fights for NGX. Sometimes felt like just take the fight, don't worry about being too cute. They're looking for the perfect execution as opposed to just a good enough execution, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But really, the story of the game, as much as I hate to say it, Sumail, just too many deaths.
Yeah, I mean, we have really high standards for this guy for a reason, and unfortunately this game just didn't quite work. We gave him a lot of praise in the puck game. I think he really popped off in that one. This one, however, a bit of a miss. It's also easier to say than do this, obviously, when you're playing against Silence, and of course when the second Silence starts coming out, it gets really, really hard. But it begs the question if there was a way to itemize around this a little bit better, perhaps, or if you can't itemize around it in the way that it would have solved the first global effectively, I just don't think Storm can be the one opening the fights. I think if you imagine some of the fights 25 minutes earlier than this, and they are started by the Doom or the Sven, and you force out global, as soon as that global runs out, Sumail just has the whole world as his oyster, right? With his BKB, he can just jump in, go on whatever he wants, and play around with them. But instead, every single fight, back to back to back, the Storm starts, he gets globaled, and he gets killed by stuns. And yeah, that's just not it. Even this, like you saw some promise even when they had their backs completely against the wall. It wasn't that far off, but just not quite enough in the tank. However, when all is said and done, I still